it's so weird. I mean, like, I know we can't stand each other, but they don't know that yet. It's just like
I actually wish you'd burn in hell sometimes.
I am counting the seconds until I can go home already. Like,
yeah, no, I'm like looking for an opportunity to push you downstairs as you're.
I can say thank God we're being paid for this, because I would never do this for say if we were doing this for free, I'd be out of here.
Yes,
I'd be out of here.
Paid.
Yeah.
Oh, hello guys.
Unmute. Oh, look at that. We're here. We're live. We weren't talking before at all. No one said any words.
No, not at all. Not at all. We're missing some of the background jazz though. 1 second.
There we are.
There we are. That's not a song I really care for though. There we go.
We're back to our
back on our shit again.
Back at our shit. Excuse me.
Bullshit, yeah.
We're back on. We're the fabulous Kimono Boys.
We have the Kimono Boys today. 1 second.
The Kimono Kids.
Oh wow.
The cool Kimono Kids. The cake. No.
I had to ban someone the other day for that.
Right.
legit had to like ban someone.
It's our stream. We're allowed to make the joke though.
No, like they were like dead on for like a whole, I want to say uncomfortably a long amount of time, and then as the stream was ending, they went, "I'm in the," and they're like, "Ban."
Could it have just been some like bants? A bant's too far.
I think you can't bant about that stuff.
That's true. That's really a hard.
This is a lovely drop.
That's a hard joke to tell. There we go. You didn't even hear it.
Didn't even hear it.
We're here.
We're like, you've provided me one very kindly. Beaver Town.
We're drinking beavers. We're going down on some beavers.
Going down on the beavers.
Yeah. We're here. It's a Saturday. We're all still alive, as far as I know. Maybe not inside.
I'm far from alive on the inside.
But outside, we're alive enough.
I'm having this weird thing at the minute. And I'll be very honest. Like, it's fucking with my head a little bit. I am having weird ass, not nightmares, but I'm just very aware that the things that happen in said aforementioned dream are terrifying for those who have to face it. Is there a comic book character called Bedlam?
No.
In my head, there was some disturbing man who was like 4'8".
Oh my God, that is terrifying.
Let me finish this piece of shit.
Okay, sorry.
He had this really like crooked smile and this weird fucking dog, and he's walking around with a knife, causing people to go insane and stabbing them in the gut. And I wasn't at risk during this stream. I was just watching a lot of people running from this whole situation and playing out. So yeah.
So it's someone who stabs people?
He causes people to go frantically insane, and they ever stab people, or they bring them to him and he stabs them. I think the Bedlam came from the idea of the mass anarchy that ensued. It's
not so much a comic book, but maybe you should just go see a therapist.
Yeah, probably. That's probably some fucking like.
Because that sounds weird.
That was like a weird. That was some weird ass. I won't, because I can't. Again, I wasn't at any point felt like I was at risk, but like that was definitely hard. Like the dream played out last night.
I go have a wee sit down on someone's sofa.
Yeah.
Talk that shit out.
Yeah.
Because either you want to be stabbed or you want to do the stabbing.
I felt like I was a witness. I felt like I was watching like a movie. It was odd.
So basically, yeah. So essentially what that means is that you want to stab people, but you don't have the guts, pun intended, to
I
do
feel
it
like
yourself.
you're not in a position to diagnose this because you're diagnosed terrible.
Out of the two of us, I'm more qualified to be a therapist because I'm taller.
Fucking. Sorry. Fucking reverse a wee second.
Everyone knows.
Fucking reverse.
The taller you are, the smarter you are. That is a scientific fact. The Andre the Giant, he practically invented like modern nuclear physics.
Fuck off.
He was an absolute beast of the science world.
Fair enough. God,
you can't dispute that because you're too small.
Apparently, Mari's the CEO of Bad Dreams. I had some night terrors or some shit. It was weird. I don't know what. Like, it was the first time. It wasn't the first time like I've had one of these weird dreams where something terrifying is happening. Like, it's the first time that specific event happened, but it's not the first time, maybe the last month or so, that I've had like what would be considered a conventional nightmare. But I am not the target of the weird apparition that is infesting the nightmare. More so as like a invisible passenger witnessing the events.
Right.
And it's very confusing.
Okay. My dreams seem a wee bit less less intense than yours after that little description. Like the last dream I remember was just I sat on a balloon full of custard.
Okay.
And that was it. And there was like a cowboy with like a babe on.
Right.
That's about it. I was like,
yeah, a pretty pleasant dream.
Yeah.
all involved, you know.
Yeah, my dreams are fairly like.
Maybe I am just insane. Maybe
You don't get it out there. You don't get it out enough. So go to your therapist, and then your dreams will be about dogs licking big giant lollipops.
I mean, I'm all for dreams about dogs. That's pretty good shit. Like, I like what Twitch has done these days, where you renew, refresh, and it keeps all your history.
Ooh.
I had a stroke trying to understand what PUBG was talking about there.
I was a bit cryptic.
It was cryptic for me. I had to live it. Like, I have a question. Does maintain and manage mean the same thing? It could be interchangeable depending on the context of the sentence.
Yeah, like you can maintain an erection.
Yeah.
And you can manage an erection.
Yeah.
But manage an erection sounds like you're talking about someone else's erection. Like I'm managing this erection, but you maintain your own erection. Think about it like that.
They also can be in relation to something directly, like you're managing your own erection, like you're managing to keep it up, or you're managing to not have one.
Mm-hmm.
Like the word is interchangeable.
That's true. You can say I'm managing to not have an erection right now. That's a lie because I do have one right now. So I'm managing to have an erection.
I feel like it's the context of that word is very interchangeable based on the actual sentence, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, Tara's had like movie level sort of dreams.
Yeah, she goes on a while.
I wouldn't even know that. I just have weird, cryptic sort of glances for the looking glass. Is probably the most cryptic way I could put it. I'm aware. I sound like that bitch. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I had a dream. I was on the boardwalk, and my friend, who I recently discovered was an FBI informant, and he was talking to me, but he was also talking. That friend
It had me there until the talking fish.
Yeah, at one point I was kind of like, this is like Broadwalk Empire, and I was like, nah, this talking fish kind
of. She goes on a while about her dreams. Her dreams are like Inception level. Like, right, carve out a half an hour in your morning because I'm going to explain to you what happened in my dream.
Yeah,
and then I go back to sleep.
Like,
but
here you
inside,
you got coffee ready because you're going to need this for this because you're going to need to be this awake to interpret what I've just went through.
I think like I don't know. I'd say the majority of dreams you can just take it at like you're just shit's being worked out in your head and it's fine and it means nothing. And other people are like, I dreamt that there was an apple in my dream, so that means I'm going to get cancer. That's a straight up fact.
I don't subscribe to that level of in-depth chicanery when it comes to processing my dreams. I mean,
it's just like weird subconscious stuff. Like you can be walking about and you'll see like a drawing of a rainbow on a wall or something, and you'll register it, and then at that night your dream will have a rainbow in it, and that's it. That's as far as it goes.
See, I want to understand just better, like, why am I always like this weird observer looking for the looking glass on mine? Because nightmares are usually very direct, that you are the thing in the nightmare, but for me it's more like I am the thing witnessing the event.
Not always though. Like sometimes you are just kind of. So like every so often, like when I'm having a dream where something like really intense is happening, it'll happen up to a certain point, and then it'll like go out a little bit more, and then I'll realize that I've been like watching it, or like it's a movie, or it'll just go again, and it'll be whatever.
Yeah.
So
fair.
That's whatever.
No, it also is like pretty much a bad dream though.
What?
Not being able to buy a PS4 or an Xbox Series X. Did you not like that segue?
Yeah, it was a good segue. Consider this the early 2000s because that was the segue.
Come on, you gotta give me some credit.
I'll give you some credit for that. There you go. That's the pun. That was the pun that I forgot to write for this segment.
Hey, man, it's just long form content creation, right?
If there's anyone in the chat that managed to get a PS5 or an Xbox One XX, Triple XX, X Live X, then fuck you, because I can't get one anywhere.
Is there a reason why you can't get one though?
Because they're sold out.
Why they're sold out?
Because they didn't make enough. Or,
no.
I don't know.
What is there not a bigger issue with scalpers at the minute? Having
having
3,000 plus in stock.
But I mean, like, I suppose of the total amount of PS5 shipped, I assume a few thousand is maybe half a percent. Like they've sold like 41 where was it, like 429 million units or something? Like it's their biggest launch ever, and they still didn't have enough.
400 and what? Sorry, million?
It's either 40. It's like either 49 million or 429 million or something.
I feel like 49's got to be closer. We get a fact checked on that one.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Anyway, it's whatever it was. They said it was their like biggest launch, but even then, the amount of them they made is in the millions. So any that scalpers have managed to get, it's less than 0.25%, but it's still fucking annoying when you can't find one. And every fucking Facebook page and every Twitter post is like to win a fucking PS5. Like, why did you have to buy 5 of them to give 4 away? Why couldn't you just buy one and fuck off?
Because people want to expand that marketing and get them content.
Anyway, that leads us to my new competition. Like the PvP podcast for the chance of winning a PS5. Your chance is 0, but it's still a chance because we've only got one and it's his.
And you're not fucking getting mine.
We'll give you a photo of the box. No, we'll give you the box, but with nothing in it.
Yeah.
A photo. A life-size photo.
In fact, the photo will be a tasteful sort of negligee.
Yeah, like a boudoir.
A boudoir shot of like Cossack bacon in his wonderful kimono, by the way. Usually, we got the kimonos on today. We're rocking it. Just a boudoir shot of him holding the PS5.
Hopefully, not any odd culture appropriation stuff going on. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We're just chilling in our 6 kimonos.
We literally live in Japan. I don't know what you're talking about. We're just a bunch of weebs. I love anime and eating with chopsticks.
I do eat. I eat certain things with chopsticks. I eat like ramen with chopsticks and stuff.
You eat soup with chopsticks?
And there's ramen noodles, dude. Your noodles and your meaty boy and all in there. It's like egg and shit. You're eating some plain ass ramen if you don't need fucking chopsticks.
I'm eating some cheap ass ramen is what I'm eating. It's just noodles and soup.
That's why it's called plain ass. I got that super spicy shit downstairs. You know the ones that people were like dying for a while on?
People were dying.
Well, I mean, like, trust me, you try and eat a bowl of that, you'll die.
Right, this wasn't some stupid you have to get ramen and then you have to snort the powder you get with the ramen up your asshole. And people were having like fits or something.
This is like stupidly super spicy sauce with the ramen.
Okay, that sounds pretty spicy.
It's pretty bad. And as a man who can stomach like a spicy feed, it's quite full on.
I don't even really like ramen enough to try one that I know would hurt me. So
no, it's a bad time though. It's a bad time. I agree with JP. Eat nudes and meat with the sticks and drink. Yeah, exactly right. You get those sticky boys to get out there. Scalpers have a couple of grand here in the Jesus.
Well done, Billy. Well done.
What did Billy say?
I wanted to.
Wish you white guys are appropriating Asian culture, and I'm not comfortable watching you. Also, play Spider-Man as well.
He's got us there, like. He's got us there.
I'm gonna go out of my way to talk about the exaggerated swagger.
It's so exaggerated. It's crazy.
Yeah. God damn it. The Nongshim ones, I have them. I don't think it's those. I'm not 100% sure on the branding of them though. But people are still looking for the consoles. It's coming up to Christmas. People are just not going to get consoles for Christmas.
From all like the reports and stuff I've seen, it doesn't even look like they're doing another push before Christmas. All I've seen is like there'll be more in January. And that's it.
It's production is like way down because of the obvious reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I remember reading that like one of the factories in Japan, they managed to get like almost entirely automated. I think there was like 4 people working there, and that was it. The rest of it was just being made by machines. But even then, they just couldn't keep up with the demand.
Yeah,
that it's were needed, and the fact that they're also fucking massive made it harder and more awkward to ship. So they couldn't ship as many at the same time.
Like it's not massive, it's just big boned. Okay,
it's big. It's got a big fat ass. It's got diabetes. It's got like one really big.
Having a big ass don't mean you got diabetes.
No, it's got like like when you get diabetes and you get like a really big thick foot, you get like a thick ankle. You get a cankle. That's what it's got. It's just one big cankle.
God damn. Scalpers also tried to sell the IKEA Depression Bear for 300. I got it for 30.
What the fuck is the IKEA Depression Bear?
Jungelschlug. It's a big fucking like brown bear plushie. Like probably half the size of you.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I know you can get like life-size Snorlax plushies? Would it be like that? It's like a
pillow.
pillow.
Smaller
like
life size would mean like it's the size of a room. Snorlaxes are big.
The Snorlax was about like, I want to say like maybe like 15 feet.
Kind of like it would probably be up to about just its head. If it was like standing upright or sitting upright, it'd probably be like to right here. Yeah, oh yeah. It's a fairly big boy. Like as bears go. It's
the shark guy. Oh god, the IKEA shark. The big IKEA shark looks like fun.
Oh really? There's an IKEA shark. I thought you were terrified of sharks.
I know, but it's like a big plushy, adorable looking shark. It's not quite the same.
Oh okay.
If it was like look at this incredibly lifelike, realistic great white. Yeah, you fucking bet your ass I'd not be getting that at my house.
As a novice myself, I know there's not a lot of games for. I would be not much else.
To be fair, like if you don't get one in the next like 2 to 3 months, probably actually 5 or 6 months, you're really not missing much.
He says he's an Xbox boy. Yeah. I mean that suits him, especially with like family life. So and stuff
he's used to not being able to play any games.
Not even that there, but like having to worry about like the exorbitant costs of looking after a family, providing for a family. The Xbox's Series X Games Pass would probably suit him better as well.
So I enjoyed my little...
Just given the nature of how cost affordable it is.
My little Xbox jibe there.
See, I tried to be diplomatic when it came to Tom, but you just went
fuck that, Xbox is shit. Nothing against him. It's against Xbox.
I know, but like, you took a swipe about no time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to get one for Christmas, but it doesn't... It just doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I'll just stick with my PS4 Pro for a bit. And
yeah, I'm just going to do the same.
I think as far as I can tell, I'm going to be playing Yakuza Like a Dragon for the next like 9,000 hours. And then I ordered Cyberpunk the other day while it was still in stock. So hopefully that'll be here soon enough.
See, I'm gonna do the same, except for I'm going to play the PS5 because I have one.
Cool. Why do you go fuck yourself? Well, you know what? You've only got one until you leave the room, and then I take it, and then we'll see.
You know I never leave this room, right?
Then we'll see. Well, what if it's involuntary? Let's just say there was something in that beer.
Good.
Viagra. Table's just going to start going up in a minute.
Oh yeah, that was a plan though.
Cyberpunk is being released on everything, as far as I know. Literally everything.
Except for the Switch.
Except for the Switch, yeah. I got it for the PS4. It's out for the Xbox that you have, or it's coming out for the Xbox that you have. It's coming out for PS5 and the new one. The new Xbox, whatever it is, PC. Yada, 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 yada.
Yeah, all active, sensible platforms.
Yeah.
Should we move on to our next news? The music is oddly suiting to our kimonos. What are you doing?
I'm trying to mimic like a truck driving on to the next point. No, wait. And that was the last point, and now we're at the next point. No?
I'm going to expect you to do that for every... now that you've set that there, you have to do that for every...
I'll have to think of new ways. New vehicles.
No, you've brought this on yourself. You have to now segue this that way every time.
I'm going to have to think of new vehicles to segue to the next point.
Yeah.
We're pork chop expressing it to the next point.
Next point adventures can't make their nut.
I just continue to find everything about this game hilarious. So essentially, what is it? When was it out?
September the 17th, I believe.
5 months ago, 6 months ago.
What year are you living?
What month is it?
November. It was 2 months ago.
Oh fuck that all! Oh Jesus Christ, my brain. Well, essentially, it didn't make anywhere near its budget back, and everyone has already stopped playing it. So it's not going to at all at any point. It's never making that budget back. Which I just think is funny as fuck, because they were like, oh, this is going to be the next big thing. People are going to be playing this for fucking years to come. And 48 hours after it was out, people were like, this is bad. This is a bad game. Like, you've wrecked this and you've monetized it and hidden all this shite. And now they're complaining that they were forced to spend too much money on it and that they can't recoup their costs. Like, who told you to spend 80, 100 million on marketing? No one. You chose to do that. It's an Avengers game. People would have fucking played it without a trailer.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
You could have just announced it like Gamescom, maybe done some live streams that would have cost you nothing. Maybe the cost of OBS software, which by the way is free.
Instead of being like, right, we're going to rent out an entire fucking wing of the fucking Tokyo Game Show or whatever the hell it was they done, and fucking employed all these people to fucking big it up. It's like that's all completely unnecessary. It's all just your stupid inflated bullshit. Modern game development cost ideas.
For a game that's a live service game that just needs to, like, the concept of these types of games need to die in a fire in my mind.
Fucking, well, hopefully, like, hopefully this is just one more point to them not making any fucking more of these, but they'll probably be like, right, this is what we did wrong last time, so we'll fix that, and when we do it the next time, we'll not make that mistake again, even though they just shouldn't fucking do it. But yeah, they're that thing is like, it just hemorrhaged money, and everyone's already stopped playing it, and now they're still trying to like kind of limp it alive with like horrible DLC characters that no one could give a flying fuck about, but they're still making you pay for, obviously, because, you know, why would you get it for free as soon as you pay the game? So essentially it's just another Anthem. They Anthemed it.
Anthem, and this should just tell developers, stop making live service games. Stop it.
Yeah.
Make single player games that make sense. Make multiplayer games that make sense. Stop trying to blend the two. This is not MMOs.
Yeah, stop down to be fucking Warcraft, for fuck's sake.
We're done. Warcraft is not even Warcraft these days, for fuck's sake.
Isn't Warcraft making a bit of money at the minute because of vanilla?
Vanilla came out a week.
Why did you pronounce it like that? Vanilla
did come out.
Vanilla.
Like earlier in the year. They've just launched their newest expansion.
I thought
this
I
week.
saw that. That was like their highest rated expansion ever or something, or like
they are making strides, but they're not at the 10 million active subs they used to be. Or
people just don't have the time to do that anymore. Like,
it's not even that there. It's just people are just. It's a grind, and like it's as an ex-player.
Yep. As a recovering WoW addict,
I'll take that on. I'll take that as a recovering addict of Warcraft. There gets a point where the honeymoon stops happening, and you are paying for an obligation at that point. Like, games that are an obligation are not fun to me. Like, for example, I stopped playing Animal Crossing because it felt like too much of an obligation after a while. Try tap method.
I'm still on my first beer.
Oh,
this is still my first beer.
I thought you were trying to make it so it didn't fizz up. So, like, I don't like games that are or feel like an obligation. What are you doing? What are you actually doing?
I was just stretching.
But yeah, so those games feel like
stretching while I'm still on my first beer, you know.
Yes, your first beer. But yeah, no, the games feel like after a while, and it just doesn't. It's not fun to play after a while. Like getting into like this motion of like, I do this.
That essentially the daily login.
Yeah,
essentially, fuck that.
Like it bores you after a while. It's fucking terrible. It's
what is
fucking
this?
exhausting.
What is this? A mobile game? Get the fuck.
That's where I feel like mobile games got it from. It's from Warcraft. But yeah, I can see why this.
So I'm super happy to see that happened. Of course, I'm not happy for anyone who worked on the game, because I'm sure they're probably like, well, all that effort was for fucking nothing, and I feel sorry for the people who were forced to work on it. But to Crystal Dynamics. You deserve it. Fuck you.
Tomb Raider devs?
Yep. Well,
stick to fucking Tomb Raider?
Yeah, just do more Tomb Raider, which they are. They just released a free-to-play Tomb Raider that you have to pay for. Yeah, it's like a...
Sorry, it's just the way you worded it. Yeah, this released this free-to-play Tomb Raider that you have to pay for. It's
exactly. That's what they've done. Worked at it. It's like Tomb Raider... Tomb Raider Room Girl. That's what it's called.
Room Girl.
Yeah, and it's like a mobile thing where, of course, it's free, but you know, the first thing you see is like, here, give us money, give us a pound, give us a pound for it.
Just specifically like, give us a wee pound,
give us a wee pound,
give us a wee
pound in there,
just a wee pound.
Here, see this game you're playing? Do you like it? Give us a wee pound,
just a wee pound.
Chuck us a wee pound,
just a wee pound. Here, watch 10 ads.
Here, have a sad and give us a pound. Give us
God
a pound. So yeah, I think they're doing that as well. So yeah, fuck it. That's where we're all going, and everyone will just give up and just start playing indie games.
ASMR.
Monetization ASMR. That's a niche right there. Like,
yeah,
subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Tell me ASMR. Like, you know, that reminds me. Like, you remember the M&S adverts that just wanted to fuck you?
Oh yeah.
We were talking about that earlier on the server.
This is an M&S turkey. I'm gonna cover you in gravy, you piece of shit. Oh yeah, that Fleetwood Mac song.
Yeah, we're talking about that. I was watching like, it's like way back in like 2006. It's from watching the Christmas. I was talking about it on the server today to someone, and then we put it into the server, and then I was like, what was it? It's like, yeah, it's like their exact reaction was, why am I afraid that this person talking to me about this food wants to fucking fuck me?
That is the thing. Yeah, Albatross by Fleetwood Mac. That's the thing though. They hired like a woman with like a really great voice to do the advert as well. She was like, see these potatoes? Put these potatoes in your asshole. Put them right up there.
But
like,
you're kind of into it though because like you're like, oh, she's saucy.
Oh my. Do what you want with that gravy.
It's smart roleplay, but it's John and John asking for a cheeky pound and a dart. Here, give us a pound.
Give us a wee pound. Give us a wee pound. I'll give you a wee dart.
Give us a sing.
Give us a wee sing. Jeff, we fake on you. Jeff, we fake on you. Man, Jeff, we 10 back on you. Give us a wee score back. Give us a pound. You give me a fiver.
Okay.
I'll give you a score back. No, wait. You give me 20, I'll give you a 5 back.
That's
a really great deal. So the next podcast is going to be all fucking all,
imagine we did
all
the
ASMR.
ASMR cast. I think people would not.
I'm
like
pretty
that.
sure you can't. They put that triangular PS1, Lara, into one of the. It may not have been the new ones. I think it was like the Tomb Raider Anniversary Edition that remade the original 3 that was on like the 360. They put that costume in, and you're just like, excuse my polygonal triangle set boobies.
I want to give my what the fuck, Mari?
That would be pretty funny. Think of all the money you could make online. Tomb Raider Legends. Ooh.
Is there really a lot of money going for people with like triangular?
Well, if she does it, then she'll find out. I don't know either.
I feel like you need to have the market data to prove that idea before you commit to it.
I guess, or you could just give it a go and see what happens.
I mean, if you want to just do it in general, I guess you know.
What if you just start with like putting just like a box up your shirt?
So
it's like coming out.
I guess you'd have to like frame the box a little bit more.
Well,
so
like get a
cut
box.
in half, but cut in half at diagonal.
Yeah,
so
get a box. Do that.
Yeah, and then cut
it
in
in half. Take this half.
So
and
there's
just
the
strap it.
Yeah.
Strap it to your titties.
Tara's right. Madonna did do that, didn't she?
I thought she just had a cone bra.
Okay.
It was like two. She had like 2 triangles, but like 2 cones. The tits in the first Tomb Raider game.
You kind of want the mesh of
it was
the
like
top to go across.
It was like a flat. It was flat and then flat, so it was half a triangle that came out. I think I should. If only I had a pen and paper, I could just illustrate this, but I can't. I've got nothing.
You used to carry a pen and paper around your bag back in the day.
Oh, I do. Actually, I have a notepad and with. Fuck it, I don't care. Yeah, she had the cones. She had those big cones.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
There was no. I don't know. Maybe she did just have a big triangle. No, there wasn't for Lara. There was one. It was. So I'm saying it was a triangle. It was one big half a box that went across in a straight line. No gap. Let's move on. Wait, hold on. Oh shit. We've arrived. We've arrived at the next stop.
Thank you, Mari, for suggesting the pushback on that one.
The what?
She suggested a pushbike for the next transition, and you went with a bike.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So you actually didn't even know.
I may have read that,
and
then I'm gonna skate into the next one. That's sweet.
Skating into the next one, okay. So you'd have a uni boob?
Yeah, like one big titty.
Don't know if I'd be into that or not.
Oh, whatever.
To try it.
Speak for yourself.
I didn't say no. I just said I would need to see it first.
Right. You have to.
Like someone come in with a uni booby, I'd be like, okay.
What are you doing with this? What are you doing with this uni booby?
Yeah. What's the crack with this?
One big blocky tit. There we go. That's what we've all got. It's what we all want. It's what we all crave anyway. So why the fuck not? The next one are people who got really sick of working for EA and Ubisoft left to make their own studio, which is funny. You feel like don't you feel like you've heard this quite a lot, and then you never hear anything about the games they're making again? Wow. We just got quieter there until we stopped talking.
Yeah, it really did, didn't it?
That was very low though, so should be okay. Yeah, Meg Laidlaw, the former creative director of Dragon Age. I'm not entirely sure which one. I forgot to look that up. I think it might be Inquisition, maybe. Left with a bunch of former BioWare and EA devs to make an indie game studio. Sure, they're not even going for AAA. It was like, this is the best time for a small group of people to make big, large games, because you just don't. I mean, like, even literal developers are saying that you don't need £100 million to make a game. When you cut the fucking Bobby Codex, like, you can't make a game for less than 500 million now. That's just complete lies, like, just absolute lies.
You know what it comes down to, though? I think it's all about like what developer like Supergiant's done. Supergiant has proved that you can have successful games by small studios that make massive turnover and are widely
acclaimed.
I
think I'm pretty sure
their most recent one.
Yeah, didn't Hades? Hasn't it won like every award that there ever was in the history of games, even defunct awards that haven't existed for 30 odd years?
Yeah, Hades is. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
People have literally risen from the grave to give that game awards.
Yeah,
and it did not cost £200 million to fucking make.
Yeah, JFK.
So, yeah. He was right in there. He was like, look at these great titties. He was loving it.
It's like if only Marilyn Monroe had these titties.
I never would have killed myself.
He was assassinated.
Well, that's what he wants you to think.
Okay.
So yeah, they all got fed up of working for EA and EA and Ubisoft respectively, and went, you know what, fuck it, we'll go do it ourselves. So they took a bunch of kind of CFOs, CEOs, all that shit, and went and they're making, what is it called, Yellow Brick Games. Charles Manson gave it an award yet.
That's what I was laughing at.
The I was skinned alive award or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you fuck
best flame.
I'm gonna make you fuck one of my daughters. Award. Yeah.
Which is pretty apt for the Greek pantheon.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like
fucking Zeus.
Fuck every member of my family award. That's what he gave it.
He provided Zeus with the award for best bestiality.
Yeah.
Best penetration award. God damn it! But yeah, no, that's great news. I mean, like the more.
You hearing a beeping?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, it's a car. There's going to be a car outside.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, beer number 1.
There was a ice cream truck that was literally trying to park inside my living room earlier.
Oh, cool.
Just how aggressively noisy it was. I do girlfriend pay for affection through microtransactions.
I like that capital EA in there. It's nice. That's some clever wordplay.
That is very good wordplay. Yeah,
so I mean, obviously it'll take a couple of years until anything comes from this, I guess. But definitely, it does. It seems like, call it the Roman Polanski. Oof, that guy's a real piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
I feel like this has happened quite a lot over the last couple of years, where big EA devs and big, kind of Ubisoft and just like people that have clearly got fed up with the way that they run companies have left to make their own, and they're like, we have all these really like great games in store, and then you just never really hear anything anymore. I don't know if like they're just taking so long to be made, or these things are just dying in production hell. I'm just not entirely sure. Like,
I think it's one of those ones that takes some time. Like I think my recollection of the most prolific one, and probably the first one to do it, with the guys done Torchlight. They fucked off from Diablo after Diablo 2 to make Torchlight.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah,
that's probably the earliest.
Which is funny because they just essentially left to make the same game.
Yeah, and they recently announced within the last while that Torchlight 3 is coming, so they're still going. So there's still success in it, which is good to see.
Just, I feel like you're seeing one of these stories like once a month now, but you're getting very little like kind of actually back out of it. Oh Jesus! But we'll keep an eye out.
We'll keep an eye out, but I think the big thing we've got to factor into this point when it's happening right now is that we're in the middle of a transition cycle. So these smaller devs have to think about, what am I releasing on? I can't afford to give. I don't have maybe the budget to port to every fucking console on the go at the minute. So they have to prioritize just the PC and maybe the newest consoles. So maybe they ain't going to talk about it till they have more, maybe till maybe E3 next year, if there is a fucking E3 anymore. E3 feels like a weird distant dream of a concept now.
Cyber E3 or
Not cyber E3, but even before last year E3 was shit.
What's it got replaced with though?
They are they've been very big on like Nintendo.
TGS.
TGS still goes, but and then you got the one Gamescom in Leipzig.
Germany.
But like for the most part, Sony has went the way of Nintendo and just doing their own little directs. Like they've done it before the pandemic
right.
started.
Yeah.
Like Sony were like, we're not going to pay for booth space at E3. It's just nonsense. We'll just talk about the games in our time, which is smart because they get out ahead of time or into a place where no one's talking, and then they control all the attention in the media cycle. We're back in E3. It was like, oh god, there's like 500 people trying to talk at once.
Yeah, you don't have any other option. Like, you've got to come here and show stuff at E3 because no one has their own platforms. But now everyone's got their own platforms, so you really don't. Yeah. I suppose EA or E3 is just kind of a bit useless now.
Yeah, it really is. You think it could be an issue even today for those guys that main talent that just don't want to have connections with companies which make it harder to be true to some extent, and probably the profit sharing model has probably gotten worse and worse for these companies.
I would say, like, as far as this kind of stuff in gaming goes, I know a wee bit about it myself, and it is very much just like you just ring up someone you know at a company and be like, here, have a look at this, and they will. It's probably just they don't have the manpower to push things out as quickly because like any EA studio has like maybe 400 odd people working for them, and like most of these studios will maybe have 30 or 40. Like 30 or 40 used to be considered like a massive studio for games, and as far as like AAA stuff is concerned, now it's like 30 or 40 people is barely indie studio size now, like big indie studio size. So they're trying to make the same kind of games as like teams that have 400 people working for them with a staff of 30. So it just takes longer.
But there's also a different approach to how they do the games as
well.
They're
not, like just because you have 400 people working on something every moment of every day for 2 years doesn't mean it's going to be good when it comes out. It just means it will have had 400 people working on it every moment of every day.
The thing is as well with the what they don't talk about now, not to be big boring businessman here, but when you look at studios with 400 plus staffing and you're looking at the cost of games versus the actual amount of games being sold, there's not been. Thank you very much for the follow, Duder. You've got to factor in with those types of studios as well, is that the more manpower they're hiring to produce the games for marginally not massive growth inside certain industries, especially if they're single player experiences, they have to pay less per head to justify the cost of the staffing versus the actual amount of sales and profit they're going to make on their P&L for the game itself. So you're going to find as well is that the actual wages for developers is probably stagnating as well in these big companies, and so there's probably a decision by these independent developers to go out on their own, create something, probably manage the product to their own specification, something they actually like for a start, a game they enjoy making, but then obviously see probably a better profit share at the back end of the sale of the game.
Yeah. So like anytime you ever get, like people start bad mouthing a company, it's always what it comes down to, is that I was worked like a fucking dog and paid no money, or paid like just above minimum wage with like no bonuses or whatever, and then you see like 15 or 20 people at the top of the company who had nothing to do with the game. They're like, I made $1 million, 200. I had $1 million bonus.
The profit share is so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So fuck that.
PVG hit us that. I work for a massive company and I'm part of management. I know that sounds ridiculous coming from me.
So yeah, he's one of the scumbags who's taking all the money, and I'm one of the lowly devs that has to settle with nothing.
I am not senior management. I am management. I am people management, not senior management.
I manage the bodies. The bodies are mine to manage.
I missed that. Can you start again? I'm fucking with you.
Okay, right. Shit, I can't really do this without sitting down. Hold on.
You're gonna skate out into the next segment. Just do a sweet kickflip.
Oh, here we're at the next segment.
Sweet. How are we getting to the next segment, by the way, chat? Ours it costs breaking to bring us to the next and last segment.
Right, this is not something I'm doing every week. This is exhausting. Exhausting already. I've only done it like 3 times. Capcom was talking about the next Resident Evil game, Village. They're like, we expect it to make 3 times as much as 7.
That's
and
confident.
Like the remake and stuff did, but they also have like an absolute slew. They have 4 new Resident Evil games coming.
How many of those are remakes?
4. 2.
So
1. Actually, no, 1.
They're remaking 4?
They're remaking 4.
Right.
They're doing a remake. They're doing a like a Resident Evil 2 remake of 4, which.
Okay, I'm okay with that, because like I see if they just done the thing where they ported it again.
No, it's already been ported so many times. Ski, that's a good one.
Ski.
They've already ported 4 so many times. You literally could not do that again. People would just be like, "All right, fucking calm down. I've played this enough. Do something else.
Stop that right now."
So it's like RE Village, a remake of 2, the Resident Evil Hunk, and then it was like Resident Evil. Oh fuck! What was the 4th one called? It was like Chronicles Oblivion or something like that. It sounded like a multiplayer one. It sounded very multiplayer-y, the title. So it kind of seems like the Village, which is going to be like technically their biggest game.
The marquee game.
It kind of sounds like they're going for an open world game, which was odd. Like just the way they're talking about Village, it kind of sounds like you have a village to go and do stuff in.
Yeah.
Go.
That sounds interesting. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
RE4 shit. I want to fucking stay your tongue, miss.
I mean, to be fair, I would also take a Code Veronica 2 remake.
I would take the remake, but I would fucking 4 was not shit.
I think 4 is one of those like nostalgia games. Half of 4, a quarter of 4 is really good, and then
but after you get past the castle, it's a little bit meh.
The second is actually introduced, I lose all patience with that game.
It wasn't as bad as some other games, if I'm honest. Plus, it gives you the lovely man of, what are you buying?
Here, mate. Look at these nips. That's true. It did give you that, but I don't know. RE4 was fine. I prefer 5, to be honest.
Really? That's interesting. Oh, Tom just coming in with that delicious. There's Tom's in chat now.
Oh my gosh.
My good's coming with that sweet fucking sub.
Something about nips. Something about nips.
Love them nips. See, I love Tom. Tom is a man who introduced me to the crispiest of creams. And I'll forever love him for that.
Like a donut.
Yeah. I was first time I was in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
I met up and with him and his lovely wife and my ex at the time was. And
then your mouth was filled with the Krispy Kreme.
Such Krispy Kreme.
I
got creamed. In
your mouth was filled with cream.
So good, like the lovely lad. I need to see him again. He's loving.
Oh yeah, Birmingham. I do remember when that thing was leaked. Was it last week? Hunk was that Resident Evil Hunk was spelled Hank, and people were like, "What could it possibly mean?" It's like you don't think maybe it's just a hunk game and someone put Hank in by accident, or it's just a clever joke.
Yeah,
like people were like bewildered.
Yeah, I like how Billy's broke it down. Resident, here's what's going to happen, right? It'll be cool for like the first half of the new game, and then you'll suddenly be in a lab.
Unfortunately, that is always what happens.
Yeah, you're always
at some point you just end up in a lab, and then it stops being interesting.
I think we're fed up of labs.
Yeah, see, like they even managed to fucking do it in 7. It's like, right, you're in an abandoned house in the middle of nowhere. How are they possibly going to work? Oh no, they've worked a lab in. Oh no, it was on a boat that you crash into. There's like a boat out the back, like I say boat, like a huge aircraft carrier that's like
at the back of the house.
Yeah, that's like.
How did they manage to hide that?
It's
satellite footage and everything's like don't even see it, man.
So there was an absolutely massive like military boat just out the back of the house with guess what? Fucking lab, man.
Hey Rosie, how was you?
Hi Rosie.
Well? I pay mortgage now. Oh fuck, Tom's adulting hard now.
Love a good mortgage. I still rent, unfortunately.
Same. Well, no, because I own a house, so I don't need to pay one now. I paid one.
Ooh.
I paid with my life, damn it.
Yeah, a big yacht, a big cyber yacht. That's what it is. So yeah, I'm kind of I'm looking forward to that. Like it feels like after the kind of the success of that RE2 remake and the slightly less successful RE3 remake, if I would choose to believe what I heard about that.
It's short, isn't it? The criticism is it's just very short.
Yeah.
Like it's enjoyable, but it's short.
Aye.
It's there for a good time, not a long time.
Oh, that's a nice way to put it. Yeah, so it sounds like Resident Evil is going to have a busy couple of years ahead of them, which is nice. But apparently Capcom are literally putting a lot of eggs
in that basket,
in this village basket, because they're like, we're giving them a fortune, but we want a fortune back from it.
They kind of went slightly werewolvian with this one though in the trailer.
It looks like it has more werewolves rather than zombies,
which is
a bit
interesting. Hopefully it's not like Order 1886, because that game was hot trash.
Well, I mean, like, what if it was a good version of that?
No, I'd be happy with that there, like, because that wasn't a good game. I was streaming. This was like 4 years ago, where I was streaming Order 1886 on this channel, by the way. For
35 minutes, 45 minutes.
No, it was about a day and a half of streams. And when I say day and a half, we talk about maybe about 4 hours in one stream, 2 hours in the other. And for anyone who's been around long enough will know that I got really drunk at the end of the second stream, and I got belligerently hateful at the game, and then completed the game with one hand because I just got the controller. I'm gonna beat this boss with one hand. I did. I beat the boss with one hand.
Wasn't that game just essentially just a cutscene that you played?
No. There was a lot of like moments where you walked around in like a third-person shooter thing. A game about werewolves had about 4 werewolves in it in total.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that's
like the last boss was a werewolf, but like all of his werewolf henchmen, it's just a bunch of dudes, and then the occasional werewolf you'll see randomly throughout the level, but like maybe one just randomly, not really all that much into it though.
Cool. People are talking about mortgages in the chat. This is the thing that I always see with people talk about mortgages. They're like, mortgages is way cheaper than a rent. That is true, but to get a mortgage, you need like 20 grand. Like, you need a big, massive down payment. And if you can never get that down payment, then talking about getting a mortgage is completely useless. I couldn't get a mortgage right now. I don't have enough money to drop on a mortgage.
No.
So I rent. Simple as that.
No, it's one of those things you need to, for even like, yeah, you can go co-ownership, but like that, I don't want to get into the mortgage chat with this. There is a way you can do it without it called co-ownership, but that requires a bunch of more finagling, and then you don't really own the house. You only own half the house, and then you're paying rent while also paying off the house, and then you have to remortgage after a while into the rest of the mortgage. You can do it. It's just a bit more hassle.
So shit.
There's people arguing about Resident Evil. We need to scroll up here.
The consensus was 2 was good, 3 was not so good.
Yeah,
or just less good. I guess.
mean, like I liked 2 for what I saw of it. Wouldn't play it though because I'm terrified of horror games.
The last time I played 2, I beat it in like 5 hours. It was great.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I suppose I would just start blowing the landlord. I guess.
Yeah, just blow landlord. Yeah.
Seeing as my landlord is a small blonde woman.
That could be a hard thing to blow.
Yeah. Just blow on her like.
It's the best way to keep living. So yeah. So we get on to the next. Should you skis into the next point?
Oh yeah, right. Like, is this cross country or downhill?
I think this is like whatever you want it to be.
Okay, right. Hold on.
I'm gonna let you play them fast and loose with this.
Okay. I'm started yet. Hold on. Okay. Probably. No wait, we'll do it this way. Nope. Then you do the thing. And then you go. Ah! There we go. Right into the last one.
You got a 37 for that.
I would give myself a 10 out of 10 for that.
You got 11 out of 10 from Milo.
Oh, cool. I'm not really sure how skiing works, so that was all just... I was kind of making that up.
I just know at one point your arse was very much on my arm.
Cool.
You too warm?
It's too warm. After all the skiing and the skateboarding and the driving a truck.
You got a gold star from effort from Tom Pidge. That was. The other Tom said 37. I don't know what that.
37 out of what?
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 37 out of 40, because that sounds good.
No few friends who bought a house this year, and it was a nightmare. But yeah, having the money up front
definitely helps. As soon as both of my parents die, woo!
Fucking hell, that's one way of looking at life, guys. So yes, we're on to the next and last news point. You just take this, right?
Yeah.
Let go of it. Let go from your mouth.
Nice one. Apparently here, I don't know if you heard this, but apparently Cyberpunk is really long.
It's there for the good time and the long time.
Oh, it's like a good wife.
That's a good
yeah,
way
like over the last couple of days, a lot of people started putting up, like stories about. I've been playing Cyberpunk for 175 hours or like 150 hours, and people are like 50% of people are like, oh my god, I can't wait to play that game for 155 hours, and then the other half are just like, I don't have 175 hours
the rest of the year
to be playing it. But it's also not a good thing that they're just judging how much is in the game based on how long it takes you. Like this is like, that was exactly like someone copied and pasted an article about Fallout 66% complete or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
They got the copy of that and just replaced the word Fallout 76 with Cyberpunk, and it read exactly the same. It was like, oh, this dev played Cyberpunk for 500 hours and didn't still see everything. And then you look at how horrible was that game when that came out. It was just like, it's 500 hours of doing nothing. So like, is Cyberpunk 175 hours of just walking around being like, oh, I've got 2 dicks and I don't know what to do with them. Hey. So
we'll see how it is.
Also, you can turn the nudity off, which is fun.
Bit of a game changer here, right?
What?
and then just adjust it once, and then forget about it.
But I move a lot.
Move and just keep your. I know I've learned.
What?
Move in the direction.
But I go up and down a lot.
I know, but you're going to break the desk. These desks are not great.
I'll buy you a new one. I'll buy a wee IKEA desk.
This is an IKEA one.
What's this one?
An IKEA one.
That's what I said. I'll buy you an IKEA one. Just hold it then. I'm just gonna hold this forever. This is exactly where I want it. But when I let go, it goes down to here. I don't like that.
It's because it's heavy mic.
Buy cheaper quality microphones then, you sack of shit. Right, hold on. I'll move it one more time. Oh, there we go. That's better. You put it too low. I'm taller than you are. Fucking fuck up. IKEA meatballs are stinking.
Whoa, what the fuck are you on?
I fucking said it. They're fucking stinking.
Get the. Have you had their hot dogs though?
No.
They're pretty tight. And
have they have hot dogs?
They have hot dogs and they're like maybe like a pound for a hot dog.
What are you paying for a pound hot dog from IKEA?
Trust me, you're thinking.
What is that? What is that hot dog made out of?
I don't know, but it tastes amazing.
Extra Swedish people?
Maybe.
Just like, we've got 10 Swedish people and we only need 9 Swedish people.
Trust me, next time we go up to IKEA together, we're going to hit that hot dog.
Have we ever been to IKEA together? No. I think I've been to IKEA.
I mean, they're still open even in a pandemic.
Single digits. I've been to IKEA maybe 8 times in my life.
You've been more than I have.
Yeah, I was thoroughly unimpressed by IKEA every time I go in. It's like, this is just all the same shit as was here last time, and it's all expensive, and when you get it home, you have to build it yourself. Fuck that.
Aye, but like you kind of, it's good for just getting desks. You know, you just need some desks.
Their desks are garbage.
You need a quick desk. You get a desk.
Their desks are useless for art, though.
Right, that's a very specific niche thing, though.
Yeah.
Like they're not designed. They're not called artist desks.
I went to IKEA and bought a desk, and then you try to draw, and anytime you move your hand, it does that. So fuck that. 60p IKEA. Wait, their hot dogs are 60p?
Yeah. They're fucking great. I don't know what it is, man. They're great.
I don't know about that.
So good. Fucking good.
A 60p hot dog just couldn't be good.
You think, right, you talk about that. Right, let's not talk about bullshit. Let's not talk that bullshit. You proclaim about how great the hot dog stand is in America for a fucking $1 hot dog.
Yeah.
Same fucking concept.
No, there is a fucking huge fucking difference in a hot dog and one hot dog stand that has been there since the 50s that have said we are purposefully not making our hot dogs more expensive because that's how much they were when we came out to IKEA. Charging 60p for sawdust and meat shavings.
You've never fucking had one, so you can't make that assumption.
I've had the meatballs.
You've not had the hot dogs.
I'm not talking about the hot dogs. I'm talking about the meatballs.
You're talking about the damn hot dogs.
I'm talking about the meatballs now.
Where did that go from the hot dogs?
Well, because I've only had the meatballs, so that's all I can attest to.
No, well, I'm telling you, as a person who's had the fucking
who just put in a fucking Rickroll.
Someone who's clearly we're not going to look at that. There's no. Like, as you can see, my extension lets me say it before I click it, so I never get caught out.
Yeah, who doesn't have that? Scum. IKEA's shite. Don't go to IKEA. Like, build your own furniture. Make your own hot dogs.
It's like, I just don't hold...
Murder your pets and eat them.
Wow, don't fucking dare murder your pets.
That would be
if I find you murder your pets, I'm going to find out where you fuckers live and murder you.
That would be such value for money. It's like every time you feel like you need a hot dog, just go to the pound. Get a dog.
I'm just telling you right now, man. The hot dogs out there are fucking tight for what you're paying. They're fucking tight.
No thanks. I mean, like, if I don't even trust their shitty furniture, I will not trust their shitty food. So, murder your neighbor's pets. There you go.
Don't murder anyone's
murder
pets.
Pets that you're not necessarily responsible for.
Don't murder anyone's pets.
Go to your local park and start collecting squirrels.
Okay, now define what you're doing with these squirrels.
Eating them?
Don't eat the squirrels.
People literally eat squirrels, though. What are you talking about?
I'm sure they do, but we're not in a society where we're so like starved for sustenance that we need to eat squirrels.
The way you're looking at this beer, I think you're starved for sustenance. Staring at this box.
I was just hyper focusing because I was like, "Why are you opening?" I was like, "Actually, no, it was in my head." I was like, "No way, he needs another one already."
Oh yeah, man. They're small cans.
I'm still like how much is still left?
Well, I just drank more than you do.
You drink faster than me.
Well, I'm more alcoholic than you are, so it's fine. Yeah. Whoop. I know what you're talking about. It's still my first one.
But yeah, don't eat squirrels We live in a society where you're not like
no. Don't shame people for eating squirrels if you're not going to shame people for eating IKEA hot dogs.
I feel like the morality of this here is fucking off the.
Well, it's still meat. It's all got to come from somewhere. It would be really ironic. It would be really, really, really funny.
That's such a waste of meat.
If IKEA's hot dogs were literally made from squirrel, and you're be like, oh,
no, it's just such a waste of meat, though.
Why?
Because there's already like so much surplus meat product on sale that you could be eating, right? You don't have to go fucking hunt a squirrel, right? That squirrel can live its fucking squirrely ass life, and you can still get your meat requirement without killing it.
If you feel like you want to shoot a squirrel, you go ahead. Go right ahead.
I do not endorse this fucking line of action.
And eat your ex-girlfriend's cat.
Is that a euphemism?
Could be.
Don't do that.
Don't eat cats.
They're exes for reasons.
Yeah, that's true. They're exes because you tried to eat their pets. Right.
God fucking
Let's move on.
Let's do. Fuck you, by the way.
Do you know what? The funny thing is that I'm like probably quite close to just making the full transition into a vegetarian. So I full on would not hunt any animal whatsoever. So it's just ironic that I'm the one that's taking the stance on this.
I know. I was gonna say, why have you gotten so passionate killing these squirrels?
I mean, like if I saw someone out, like hunting a deer or something, especially here in this country, you'd be fucking raging. Yeah, because like you have absolutely like no recourse. Like people, the one like the thing that they love saying is that like it's population control. That if you don't, they'll be everywhere. And in places like even where Tara's from, that is technically true. There are hundreds of thousands of deer, and they cause a lot of accidents and stuff every year because they're constantly jumping in front of people's cars, and like people are fucking swerving, and they do cause a lot of like road deaths. We have like 4 deer in this country, and they bother no one.
Don't shoot them.
If you're like, oh, I need to shoot the deer, I need to make sure that they, like the rest of them don't starve. It'd be like, whip out a packet of fucking Tato and leave it in the forest. That would do more good than you shooting this deer's fucking parents.
Don't Bambi that shit. You want some fucking venison? That shit's in the supermarket.
Go to fucking Tesco's and stop eating venison, you dirty cunts.
Wait, what's wrong with venison?
Hey, people don't need to be eating deer at all.
Fair enough.
Deer are beautiful, majestic creatures.
I mean, people would probably make the same argument towards cows, but we're not going to get into the
cows are beautiful, majestic creatures, but they're also much more delicious than deer are.
I love it.
So,
but they're also more delicious.
Yeah, they are.
You're so beautiful and delicious.
You're more beautiful, but the other side of that is that you're more delicious. So you brought this upon yourself by being delicious.
Just out of curiosity, like beef or chicken, what would you find more delicious?
Chicken.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
And chicken are dickheads, so I don't feel bad about eating chicken. Like, fine rightly, like if you were in, like a farm, like a chicken farm or something, and you fell over, they would come at you. They would be like, and if you lay there for long enough, they would absolutely pack you to death.
I would punt the chicken that tried to hit me.
Yeah, you'd right up the fucking vagina.
It's like at that point, it's defense.
Yeah, you defended yourself from a group of chickens.
Apparently, in Rosie says the same thing with population control.
That's what they say, though.
Yeah. Well, Rosie's in West Virginia. I don't know what the population is like.
Is there a lot of deer in there? I don't know.
I don't know. Just saying,
If a chicken starts, no.
I mean, if a chicken starts like making JoJo's Bizarre Adventure noises at me, I'm freaking out. Like,
that's true.
I'm not for that.
That'd be terrifying. Like if the chicken has a stand.
Oh my god! What if it is a plot point in JoJo's though? Where the dog?
Yeah, the dog is a stand.
Has a stand. Yeah.
What if like the chicken stand was just a giant chicken drumstick? That'd be really funny.
What would its powers be? Battery?
Deliciousness.
Okay.
So like the opponent gets so caught up in eating the giant chicken that it's like,
it's poison though.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. It's a giant chicken wing, but it's poison.
There's a question for you: turkey or chicken? What's nicer?
Chicken.
Chicken over turkey? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turkey's a bit plain. What chickens have I seen? Go to a farm and you see chickens. They're annoying. They just cluck at you all day.
They just clucking bastards. We should move on to we're on replay, by the way, so we should probably get into the replay section of the stream.
This section number 2.
Section number 2.
Number 2. Peacocks are a bit scary. Like there is always one walking around at the zoo. They just let it out. They're just like,
I remember that there.
Go have a wee walk, and you're like, what the?
I remember that there. That was you. Just in case you see it, you're like, can I walk up the path yet? It's like, no, the angry boys.
Here's a question: would you eat a swan?
I feel like I have to now.
Do people eat swan? Is that a thing?
No. Because the
swan,
Queen has made it illegal.
That's right. Yeah. But
that's why I want to eat it though. Because fuck the Queen.
Yeah, fuck the Queen. Were people eating swan though? And that's what, like, they had to stop people from eating the swan? Or they're just like,
I think it's just
we'll stop it before people start.
I think it's one of those things where like, no, I am so much higher class than you. I am royalty. Only I get to eat the swan.
Right. So you think
I get to eat the majestically?
You think she wanted this apply for herself?
I think it's more of a classist thing where like they're like, oh well, only we get to eat the pretty thing.
Right. Because I mean, like, people eat duck, they eat goose, they eat like pheasant, they eat essentially everything in and surrounding the swan. Yeah. But do people actually eat swan?
The Queen does.
The Queen? You think
the
that's
Queen actually does? Yeah.
Do you think that's what like a Christmas dinner is?
I think I don't know the specifics, but I'm near sure like she's the only one legally allowed to eat it, and also
swanton soup.
Fuck me. Fuck me. What did I just read?
I would be too afraid to eat an ostrich in case like one of its living relatives found out about it and then came for me in the night.
I would come for you in the night.
Oh, yeah. You're usually more coming at me in the night.
Yeah.
Or coming near me.
I had to get near you to get at you.
And it's like I'm here and you're over there. Like,
I'm blind in one eye, so the aim's a little bit off.
Right. Like you can't fire a gun properly. You're like, bang.
No, yeah. Like I was when I was doing archery. I was like fucking adventure weekends. I was at once. I have to shoot with my left because it's my dominant eye, even though I'm right-handed. Right.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I never pick up a career in archery because that just sounds like it would be a diabolically bad idea for you.
I wasn't half bad at.
Right. Did you have to wear like an eye patch?
No. I just aimed from this side instead of this side.
Oh, okay then. Fair enough.
I just had to change the. Fair enough. Whatever.
Would you eat a kiwi bird? What is a kiwi bird? Is that little small thing that's like that size? It's like a little ball. It just looks like a little ball. No, I would not eat one. I would not eat one of them because that just sounds. What would you get off it? You know, I'd be just saying like, would you eat a roadrunner? No. Why have you scrolled up so much?
Just trying to read the context of what the fuck was going on in the chat. Can we try and keep the like racial stereotypes to fucking negative?
What?
Please.
What did I miss? Okay, that's a bit grim.
Yeah, let's keep the racial stereotypes to a fucking negative, please.
They do that, but it's just one of those things that no one talks about outside of the country.
We don't want to also just like outlandish
horribly upset
all of Asia doing that.
That's true. I'm sure all of them don't, but they do some weird shit over there. But at the same time, they would probably consider some of the stuff weird. We eat weird shit. Do people eat horse?
Actually,
not voluntarily.
Europe actually have quite a high consumption of horse meat. That's why when we had the horse meat debacle, Europe were kind of like,
so.
but there is a reason
delicious.
For it because like the difference is that they obviously we have like very specific health standards when it comes to how we process and treat meat and how meat is stored.
And horse
where
is
that's
probably
not applied to horse meat here, where it wouldn't have just went through the same regulatory standards that our beef would have went through.
Right. So it could have been like this horse meat is 1 day away from being poisonous. Yeah, and it's not going to get to
that stuff would have been like not majorly different, like because like they're not really great with the regulations anyway, but at least better than what the horse standards would be.
Yeah. Racial, what I missed. There was some Oriental stereotypes being thrown about, which we don't need. Although I've seen a lot of people eating snakes in like India is a big thing, like over in that India, Thailand.
I've seen some street food with scorpions.
Yeah, they kind of just see like, what is that? Is that alive? Give me that, and then
the street food stuff. The street food stuff is interesting because that's where you'll see the most eclectic use of it. Although I've noticed in some parts of Korea they are big on their like egg-based street food. A lot of omelet-based stuff and a lot of like.
I would love a street omelet.
They do like some good shit with the street omelet though. They get like some crab and like a little bit of ham and some like fucking spring onion and shit.
Yeah, that just sounds like a good omelet.
And then they do this thing where like I watched one boy kind of like make this big foldy boy.
Yeah.
Where he like bit it up.
That's a classic omelet. A foldy boy.
And then pulled it up. put out more of the mixture, but like kept it attached to the last bit of the leeway. Let it go a little bit solid. Start rolling it up again, and made like a big old like omelet roll out of it. It looked badass.
Like a big sushi omelet roll.
It looked very tasteful.
That's pretty good. Like I know they eat chicken feet in China, and it looks just as horrible as it sounds. It is literally just like they cut off the feet of a chicken and boil it or something.
Do you reckon that's just down to?
Sure, like at one point it probably came down to just like we literally cannot afford to waste any food whatsoever.
Is that just like?
But this was like I saw this happen at like the start of the year. It was like, ooh.
It must still be down to utilization of like the fucking.
Like at this point, it's probably just like we just do this.
Waste not.
We do this out of what's the word? Like your local. Fuck's sake. When you just do stuff because you've been doing it for ages.
Tradition?
Yeah, there you go. Tradition. I couldn't think of the word there. Like you're like the fucking still eat like shark fin soup and all in Japan, and people are like stop it.
In the Faroe Islands, they still
stop eating sharks.
Do whale.
Yeah, which they also don't want. I remember like there was a guy. You remember Tyr, the band?
Yeah, I'm well aware of this. Yeah,
he got into trouble because he was like he put up a post about what do you call it?
The hunting process.
And people were like, "Why are you still doing this? Why are you still hunting deer?" And I think at this point it was probably like 2012 or something like that. Whales. Why did I say deer? Whales. They're like, why are you still hunting whales? Like they're an endangered species. And essentially his excuse came down to it's our tradition. It was like
no. He even actually pointed out that these are not endangered. In fact, there's too many of them. It's a culling of the population still.
I see. That's that classic. That's that hunter thing.
And the thing is that it was like utilization of like you got involved, and you by getting involved in it. It'd be your meat stock for the year.
Yeah, but at the same time though, like it's all that stuff's very overly exaggerated though. Like if we don't kill this whale, it's gonna devastate the local population. Like that's probably not true. Someone may have just said that at one point. They're like, look, he said it. We have to kill a whale.
I feel like it's all very much like it's all very dependent on the place and the situation. Like you said yourself, it makes total sense in parts of America, like where Tara lives, where the deer are a nuisance.
It did, but what are whale eating? Plankton. There's not enough algae for the whales to kill all the whales.
Well, I don't know what's going up in the Faroe Islands.
Exactly. So we can't say that they're right or wrong.
Then I can't rule out what he says wrong, if you know what I mean.
Can't say that he's right
so
though.
It's one of those things where like I'm just saying that's what he said, but I can't say for.
Yeah, but of course that's what the people who are pro killing whales would say. Oh, we have to do this, or they'll suffer. It's like, but you're killing them.
All I'm saying is that I don't know the facts to contradict the statement or to prove the statement. I'm just saying that's what he said.
Okay, right. Step one. We become marine biologists.
Yes.
So I'll become a marine biologist who literally never goes in the water because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
What you do is up to you.
Right.
And then I'll go to the Faroe Islands and be like, stop fucking killing whales.
That just seems like you've already made the informed decision to do something without like actually acting on. It's like I'm gonna become this very specific profession, not research it still.
Nope.
And then I'm just gonna make a blank judgment of telling people to stop doing something.
Yeah. Stop killing whales just because your ancestors done it. Bang. Job done.
But it's one of those situations where like with that shit there, I don't know enough to say one way or the other, so I don't like making big grand claims. It's this. Or
how about saying then stop killing the whales until we figure out if it's right or not to do, instead of just like we're going to continue to butcher these things until you prove that it's wrong.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know. Me as the individual do not know.
Which is why I'm saying we have to become marine biologists. I know it's step one of a very long plan, but it's a very important step one.
I feel like
we'll do an online course, a nighttime online course. That's what the stream will be from now on. It's like our like the weekly class of us becoming marine biologists.
Okay.
And then every so often.
Wait, is your sister not becoming a marine biologist?
She's not a marine biologist. She's just like a animal woman. Dr. Quinn, animal woman.
I could have swore she done a degree in marine biology.
It wasn't marine biology. It was like, if anything, she's looking at like they'll look a bit like otters. They're little like
that's still considered in the realm of marine biology, is it not? Like
they literally live in the middle of the country. They're nowhere near the water whatsoever. Okay. They're like
otters in the middle of the country.
They're not otters. They just look like otters. They live in the forest. They're called pine martens. They literally live in trees, but they look like otters. They're like little long boys.
Yeah, okay,
but they're very like they're adorable. If anyone is at your computer right now, just don't close us. Just open up a new tab and just hit Pine Martin. Type in Pine Martin. Martin Pine. Pine Martins, and you'll see like they're stoats. That's what they are. They're little stoats, and they're cute as fuck.
All right.
But they're very feisty, and they eat a lot of squirrels, and they eat a lot of like birds and stuff. But what can you do? It's better be a Pine Martin.
That was never going to work because I knew it was going to happen.
God damn. Look at that guy. Look at that. They're here. We have them.
They kind of look like shorter ferrets.
Ferrets. Not an otter. John, you fucking idiot. A ferret. There you go. You're right, yeah. They
look like otters are pretty like perennial.
Yeah, they're little half pints. They're little stouts.
Yeah.
They're little half Guinness.
We have Guinness.
A little half Guinness. So they probably are delicious, but I think they're literally endangered. Like that is why she's studying them, because they are actually endangered. Like there's about 12
Yeah,
of them.
let's not eat the endangered animal.
Yeah, you don't need to eat an endangered animal. Just
like
keep
bats. We're not allowed to like. There's a massive bat how do you pronounce that again?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Like when they like try to like protect an animal,
like conserve them.
Yeah,
conservation.
Yeah, like, there's massive conservation effort in Northern Ireland for bats. Or bats are a protected animal in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, no one would eat a bat here. It's just
you like
not.
Bats too much?
I know it's just not in our like. It's never been like in our nature or in our culture to eat a bat.
But
because
they are like
you only see one for like 5 minutes at night. And you're like, oh fuck, it's a bat. No, fuck.
But they are protected. They're like a protected animal here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think like essentially the only animals here that aren't unprotected are the ones that we eat, and the rest of them are. So it's like your cow, your sheep, your chickens, your piggies, your lambs, your lamb. You get like 5. We have like 5 animals here. Well, we have like 10 animals in the country, and we have 5 that we eat and 5 that we don't, and that's about it. That's how much I can summate the Irish animal eating act of 1919 is that if it's easy enough to be kept on a farm, or someone could be like, hey.
Oh no, man! When you get far enough into like the fucking boonies of like Northern Ireland, they are talking some fucking mad fucking garbage.
Yeah,
like they it's not even English. That's
why like they do really good booze though.
Oh well, yeah, because like they're fucking.
They make all their own booze.
Yeah, because they have to. They don't know civilization.
Yeah, it's like you're like, do you want a pint of Guinness? And they're like, and then they bring you into like a garage and it's got like a big still in it. And they're like, hey, come and take my pint.
You're like,
and then 10 minutes later, you're absolutely blind drunk, and you're hanging out with these farmers.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Go to the country if you can.
Yeah. Mental. Right, we should get to the replay.
Oh yeah, we have like a whole second segment.
We had a whole tangent.
Yeah.
Where we were tangent count was at 50 last time we checked.
She's allowed to say that because she's American.
Yeah, she's definitely allowed to say that because she's American. Where do you want to start with the replay?
We'll start from the bottom. We'll start with your primetime, game time.
Primetime, game time. You mean like the best console ever made, the Dreamcast? Those like
should I get my Dreamcast? Not right now, but I have one in my house.
We need to look at how we capture that.
Don't you still have a
capture it?
Don't you still have a capture card in this thing?
Yes, but I need to. Does it capture via HDMI?
Pretty sure it does. You can get a VGA to HDMI cable, which I think I may have somewhere, or you probably have somewhere.
I don't, but we can look at the games.
So I think I've got a Dreamcast and about 10 games for it, but they're all games that you would want to play.
Yeah, we could do that sometime.
So we could bust out the Dreamcast, do a little Dreamcast.
I would be up for a Dreamcast session.
You could call it the Streamcast. Oh! Surely someone's made that joke somewhere at some point before, like, but whatever. SCART. I think maybe it did use a SCART. RGB SCART. Who the fuck knows? I haven't seen a Dreamcast.
It didn't use a scary connection. No, it just uses sensible.
I thought it was just a standard RGB thing.
Standard RGB or SCART, depending on what your
yellow, red, white.
Yeah, video. Standard AV.
Video left, right. I kind of fucking thing.
Standard AV connection.
Yeah. 1998. Do you remember that Christmas that you got a Dreamcast? I still remember going down to your, like, I remember waking up doing the whole, the usual Christmas bollocks where you're like, oh my god, it's great, presents. And then like, just, like the whole time that I was pretending to enjoy being with my family, I was like side-eyeing the phone. I was like, oh yeah, it's great. It's great. I love this present.
Is he going to ring me?
It's really good. I was like, I'm going to go give JP a ring. Just like, did you get a Dreamcast? Did you have a Dreamcast? And then I think I just heard like Sonic Adventure playing in the background. Like, I'll be down in a minute. It's like fucking bolted out of the house at like 8:10 in the morning or something like that. Wee pajamas, just like,
check out the Streamcast.
Gotta check out the Streamcast.
Fucking great, man.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, Dreamcast was like,
it was fucking quality, like
so good, man. Loved it.
a quality console, quality memories.
Quality memories.
San Francisco Rush. It's good
Oh,
stuff.
man. Crazy Taxi still gets me, man.
Crazy Taxi.
I play. You put a Crazy Taxi in front of me, you know I could do a whole stream of Crazy Taxi, and I would be fine with it.
Yeah.
Like people would not have a lot of like, people don't have like there's not a lot of meat onto that bone, but you don't need that meat on that bone.
Yeah, it's a very like arcadey experience that you can just. It's pretty much just like come down to like doing the same thing again, but it's fun to do it again.
Yeah.
And there was Crazy Taxi 2 as well, which had a couple of different modes and stuff in it.
See, I just saw like 4 fucking words that just touched me in my heart. Do you know what those words are?
Time extended. Here's more money. No, that's 5 words. Fuck. What?
Fucking Power Stone, man.
You could probably cut out two of the words of that sentence to just keep the core message, which is fucking man.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Power Stone's good stuff. Like 1 and 2.
Wow, so good. I enjoyed 2 more than 1 though.
Yeah, well, 2 just had more in it.
Yeah, you said like more like the diversity of levels and the characters was
it's like the what do you call it? The difference between the original N64 Smash and the GameCube one.
Yeah,
it's like GameCube one is the same game, but look at all this extra shit it's got in it.
They didn't need to fix anything because nothing was broken.
Yeah, they just
added more that made it great.
Same thing. Crazy Taxi 2, they done that. Power Stone 2, they done that.
So good. So
Sonic
good.
Adventure 2, so much better. No, that's wrong, isn't it? Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, that's very wrong.
That would be wrong.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 was not good. Shadow Man, do you remember Shadow Man?
I remember of it, yes. Yeah, that was very ahead of its time. Kind of like the way it tried to do stealth concepts and stuff in a game that early.
Oh yeah.
You know,
because you were a spooky black man. Are you thinking of a different game than I am? Shadow Man, you were like the voodoo guy. You were like a skull.
I think of a different one. Yeah, I think
and you
like
died. What were you thinking of?
There was this like agent sort of like secret agent game that had a lot of stealth mechanics in it and stuff. Can't remember the name.
Headhunter? You thinking of Headhunter?
Maybe.
Yeah, Headhunter was very ahead of its time because it had like 4 or 5 different kind of like game modes in it.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, this is actually quite clever."
Headhunter, I was thinking of actually there.
Shadow Man was just very scary.
These type auto connector which converted to SCART. Yeah, it's a sense of SCART.
Dreamcast to HDMI converts on Amazon. Ooh, maybe we should look that up.
We'll look at that definitely.
Yeah, that could be something to do. I'll need to run. I'll make sure I've actually fucking still got it first.
Oh yeah, there's no point investing in something unless we have the
I'll hunt out the games as well.
But sure, is what it is.
Love the fucking Dreamcast. Love the Dreamcast.
Love the next one though. More memories for us.
A version that I'm not entirely sure if we played or not. Apparently there is a PC version of this.
There's a PC version of this game?
Also, actually, just before we move on from the Dreamcast, I was looking at just like kind of Dreamcast games earlier on. I was doing research for this. Do you know that there was like a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 style JoJo fighting game out for the fucking PS2 or for the Dreamcast?
No, I did not know that.
You should see the fucking graphics on this thing.
Right?
It looks incredible. Absolutely fucking incredible.
Well, the Dreamcast was a safe haven for fighting games.
Yeah, it was like it
was there for the 2D.
Yeah,
fighters.
it's 2D. I wouldn't say pixel art because it kind of seems like it's a wee bit above pixel art, but it's like I just watched a couple of like out of context fights, and like the first fight was like the fight between was it like Jotaro and Dio at the end of at the end of Stardust Crusaders.
Yeah.
Like when they both figured out they can stop time.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I've literally never fucking heard of this. I was like, it looks so bang on to the show. Like, it actually kind of looked like the show may have used the game for some research. Because like even all the fucking colors and all was the same. Because like all the like all the manga is all black and white.
Yeah.
So you can't use that. You can't use that kind of like.
That's a
you can use like overall style, but like it looked almost identical to a scene from the show. I was like, what the fuck? When did this come out? Is this like a new? I thought it was something that was out earlier on in the year because I didn't see what console it was attached to, and then I looked up a couple of fucking videos for it. I was like, oh, I need to play this. This is insane looking. So I'll have to show you some footage.
I'll have to play that.
I'll have to show you some footage of that bad boy.
If we can get it, I have to write.
It was out for everything though. It was out for like Dreamcast, and then it came out later for PS1, PS2, I think, or something like that.
Right. Okay.
And MAME. So you can probably get a couple of dirty ROMs. You probably get a dirty ROM.
Dirty ROMs is hard.
Dirty ROMs. No, the ROMs are easy enough if you know what it look like.
Oh, looking's is harder than saying.
Looking's free. Touching's gonna cost you.
The white cat says meow.
Tell that bitch to shut up.
Fuck.
No, she's lovely. I like her.
Should we go into Future Cop though?
Future Cop, LAPD. That's not the intro song. I've just made it up. Bang, bang, bang.
There was a lot of bang.
There was a lot of banging. You were a car that turned into a giant penis.
No,
you weren't.
It's not Persona 5. It's not like Mara's going to appear out of nowhere. It's like, you see Mara in Persona 5?
Yeah.
Just a big cock on a fucking... No, I'm not joking.
A big cock on a fucking...
On a fucking wagon or on a fucking, like, chariot.
Yeah. Didn't she? I thought she had the bike.
No, Mara's just like a big fucking cock on a chariot.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, sorry, yeah. I was thinking of the fucking... One of, like, the actual main characters there.
No. Not the main character. Like, one of the personas, Mara's just that big fucking cock on a chariot.
Big dick on a wheel.
Yeah. It's weird that it's like... It's one of those things where I don't think I'd ever be able to play that game and have that thing on screen, that persona on screen, because it's just a big cock on the
You would have to, like...
It's constantly, like,
the blur would have to follow it around the screen. Future Cop LAPD. I might need to look out what this PC version is, because I'm pretty sure the PS1 version that we played was out a little bit before 1998.
Yeah, 1995. Maybe, 1986.
So maybe there's a better version of this game somewhere, which is odd.
Probably higher res, but even the higher res wouldn't even be that much higher by today's standards.
But Future Cop LAPD, like literally one of the first games I can remember playing. You're like Ed 209 from RoboCop, but you transform into a car. Into a floating car. Was it a floating car? Or was it just a regular car?
It was kind of like a floating hover car.
Like a little cyber car?
Yeah.
It was a PS1 game. It was so fucking tight, though.
It's like you go around and you just deliver. Like, it was a pretty much dystopian world where the world is went to hell, and like gangs are like just loaded with rocket launchers and guns and grenades and shit.
Back when people actually liked cops.
Yeah. And then you turn into this big Ed 1029 fucking just blowing the shit. You get to customize what guns and stuff you had, like flamethrowers or like
rockets
machine guns,
shit,
rocket launchers and shit. And you just go around fucking up whole like burrows.
It was good shit. Like it was good fun, like arcadey nonsense.
Yeah.
And a excellent PS1 game. Didn't know that there was a PC version, so at this point you probably should YouTube it though and see if there was any differences in it.
Yeah.
But it was good to know that came out around this time at some point, several years after the version.
I wonder if it's on like GOG or something.
I may even be a wee bit too old for that, but it's worth a look.
GOG specialise in like remaster and upscaling games.
Might be worth a look then.
Yeah. Next one that we got. This one I'm not familiar with too much. Bounty Hunter.
This is the Boba Fett game.
Never played it.
The one where you're not Boba Fett. You're Jango Fett. No wait.
You're one of the Fetts.
You're Jango Fett. I was playing it. It was when I got the what do you call it? The PS. Is it PS Now? What do you call that thing?
Yeah,
the
PS
subscription. The PS Now thing. It was one of the games that was on it. I was like, you know what? I literally haven't played this since the PS2. I'm gonna crack it on and see if it's as good as I remember it is. The overall tone of the game is still what I remember. It was like, you know, you're like, you got like fucking pistols and you're like hunting down like. There's like a couple of parts in like the each level where, you know, you'll go into like a big room of people and then you have to start scanning people.
Oh,
a little bit the way you do in you know, like Watch Dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Where you target individual people and you have to find who your bounty is and then just fucking go like fucking chase them down. And it's really good. Like the game itself is trash. Like it has horrible controls. Really, really, really awful, horrible, you know, early PS1, PS2. Not everyone has analog sticks yet, controls, and it's grim as fuck. But with like that being kind of out in the public eye a little bit more again, and then, you know, Mandalorian being like the absolutely hot shotty shit that it is, we might get another one, which is nice. Seeing as that they're finally decided to start giving people fucking single player Star Wars games again after Fallen Order.
Fallen Order Order was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, instead of just all this like, no, it has to be, if it's not Battlefront, then we're not making it. It has to be multiplayer. Battlefront. It has to be multiplayer. It has to be multiplayer. I
loved Battlefront, and then I hated it after a while.
Yeah,
it was like that. No.
That's just what happens in multiplayer games. You fall off them so much quicker than you do a single player game. Well, if you're not really into multiplayer all that much, then
fair.
Why bother?
Well, we'll hopefully get something a little bit more merit now. We got our next one, Max Payne 2, Taste the Pain.
Taste the pain. Taste my pain, bitch.
Not Taste the Pain, sorry. The Fall of Max Payne.
The Fall of Max My Pain.
Maximize My Pain.
Maximize My Pain. A great game. Another great game.
Yeah, another great game. This was like more focused on the whole... Like the first one was kind of revenge for your murdered child and wife, and this is more of a...
And this one was you fucking your rival on top of a pile of corpses.
Yeah, that was a... Yeah. Forgot about that moment, actually.
Mona Sachs is just
following
you around the whole game, and you're just like...
and then you made her Mona...
and then you made her moan with some sacks.
Yeah, with some sacks on top of those corpses.
I remember, do you remember when you played the first Max Payne, and then you looked at his face, and he was like...
Oh, yeah.
And then, by the time it got to the second one, it was an actual man, and you're like, oh, wow, this is great. This is like you're playing as an actual person now. Max, I think at this point... I think I may actually even like the second one better than the first one now. Mostly because there's no dead baby levels in the second one.
Oh, the dead baby levels are terrible.
They're just the levels that just put everyone...
Like a line of blood you have to run and keep
right off.
On that narrow line of blood.
Right off that fucking game is even the noise, the constant... the baby crying noise. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ, get this the fuck out of here.
Man, I would have loved to put I didn't even think of putting Max Payne into the skippable cutscene. I would love to do that at some point, but I feel like
we're not going to do. Well, we can't do it now.
We can't do it now or anytime soon. But I feel like that's a game that not many people would. Okay. I worry.
It's alright. No one's listening. They don't care.
Okay, cool.
Do whatever we want. Next week's just going to be It's going to be 3 Max Payne. just repeated.
Different
just
scenes.
Repeated over and over again.
Yeah, just different scenes from the same game.
No one will know.
No one will know at all. What's this game?
What's this game? Is this a different game? This is a different game from the last game that you just saw.
Just happened to be a different sequel.
It'll just be the game with different filters over it. So we'll put a poop emoji filter over it. So his face will be covered with a little poop emoji. And I'll be like, oh my god, is this some kind of new poop emoji game?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Should we go on to our next one, Mr. Again, one I didn't play so much, didn't have a GameCube.
You don't have a GameCube now?
No, you had the GameCube. I didn't have GameCube.
I thought other people had GameCubes as well. So Max Payne 1, 2, 3, and then Viva Pinata. Yeah, I think Viva Pinata would just slide in there just nicely, just super nicely.
I thought it was a bit weird in Viva Pinata where
it's just slow motion that, and then just a little pinata going.
I felt like the dead baby level in Viva Pinata was a bit odd, you know.
The dead baby level and it's the finale. You realize that. All the paninis you've been eating, all the pinatas you've been smashing the whole way through the game are actually just your children, and then the last level is just your character weeping over the corpses of their own dead children. It's pretty intense. And then Max Payne busts in, it's like, and then you realize, you realize you've been playing a Max Payne game the whole time.
Not
Viva Pinata at all.
My wife's about to say hi to you, John, but she's too hammered to type.
How hammered do you have to be to not be able to type a 2-letter word?
She's hammered.
Is she just far away from the keyboard? You could have just said far away from the keyboard.
Man, I hope Amy's doing well, but if you're too drunk, you can't type.
Just do voice to chat or voice to text.
Could you imagine a drunk person doing voice to text?
Yeah.
Hello. And then it looks like thinking.
Well, you can read all you can read all my messages, so it seems it works pretty well. I'm never sober when I'm talking to you.
Oh, fair enough then.
Yeah, even right now,
Apparently, Tom's never owned a cube or the cast.
Was he outside as a child?
He might have been.
Unlike us,
a chance that he might have been outside.
Yeah,
as a child.
who were not.
The bot is translating this into Welsh.
The Welsh language is not a sexy language.
It's really not. Too much Y's in there.
Too much. Where?
Not that. But
if
you look, they're worrying the words.
No, I know. Yeah. Every word is 9 Y's. You're fine.
Wild amounts of Y's.
They're Y's. They're fucking wild.
Calm down, big lad.
Wild Y's.
Get the consonants out. Get some fucking goddamn.
Get an A in there, you fucking creep. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I remember playing it when it was come out. It was very spooky. It was a very spooky game, but it was very weird. that the 2D side scroller games had transitioned into first person shooter quite comfortably at that point.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if Metroid 3 Prime is considered the best one, but I think this is the one I like the most.
Okay.
First one, they were still kind of fighting their. It was a wee bit, you have to
fighting their foot a little bit,
and then aim and then shoot and then like move and then aim again. It wasn't very like it didn't control very well.
All, no.
And then the second one they kind of ironed out a whole load of that shit, and it was very good. And it was it is a series that people are still waiting to come back because what Metroid games have there been in the last like 10 years? There's
the Super one, there's whatever the fuck it was called. For
Super
the
Metroid.
Wii. Remember the Wii one had like a really kick-ass 2D one?
Yeah. Oh,
It fell off.
Yeah, and then that was it. There was like
It was
like one weird. Was it Other M or something?
Other M might have been it actually.
Yeah, and then like 2 or 3 shit ones. There were like half of it was like a fucking kart race game or something. I don't know. It wasn't what people wanted.
They were good at really setting an ambient nature to those games.
Yeah.
Like they were really good at making games that were like, even in the Super Nintendo ones, those games were great for being like kind of
very atmospheric
and kind of dread.
Pretty scary, like mostly because of the music, I suppose.
I mean, that's what done was music and the visuals were like the musics were moist in their creation. Like the enemies looked slimy, and even the walls kind of looked living in their own way as well. And of course, everything looks slimy and living in its own thing construction. Mother Brain's the enemy, which is just a big brain in a vat.
Just a big wet sack of shit.
Apparently, Tom was a Nintendo guy, then followed by PS1 and PS2, and then took a hiatus until the 360.
I regret that now.
Prime 4 is in development?
Surely, like, how long have they been saying that for, though? Like, 10 years? 10 months? Who knows? I don't know. It's not a series that I've kept up with because I detest Nintendo now, so whatever.
I don't detest Nintendo. I just kind of wish they would put...
whatever.
I just kind of wish, like, they would... I like the idea of the console being portable, right? I just wish they would put more time in their software development, like, give us more software. Like, I don't care if it's more Mario games or if it's, like, more other, like, first-party, like, Nintendo games. Just give me more of it, though. Like, justify the console a bit more.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Like, I just don't starve the console of legitimately all of the fucking goddamn software.
I'll die happy, man, if I never play another Mario game, to be honest. Had enough. The Mario train for me has sailed.
I enjoy them because I played them sparingly.
Right. I think after Mario 64, I was like, yep, there you go, you've done it. That's you can't make a better Mario game than that, but by God, have they tried.
No, you can't take that mentality.
Have they tried? I played Mario 64 at the start of the month, like a PC version of it.
I know, but
like, I was like,
I mean,
this is great.
Wrong, but if we don't look at Breath of the Wild, right? If you would have thought the same thing about Ocarina, you would never have played Wind Waker then with that mentality.
That's true, but Ocarina is still better than Wind Waker.
Yeah, but it's not. But like, there's still enjoyable experiences to be had. Like, just because they peaked at the pinnacle doesn't mean you're not going to have enjoyable.
Not really. So Super Mario Sunshine was kind of shit, and I didn't like any of the Galaxy games, so that's it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just saying the mentality of that. It's like once you hit peak, you can't. There's no point in going any forward.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Once I play a game I like, I never go back. I never play another game in that series before.
That's what it sounded like, though.
I don't just very like specifically with Mario. I was never a fan of the 2D Mario games, just because they were too like. Oh, I've died, and I have to start from the start again. They're fine. Why did it have to be a Mario game? Could just been a good RPG. I don't know. But like when it went to 3D and 64 come out, it was like, this is not only a good game. This is not only a good Mario game, but it's a good game.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily doesn't fall on it's doing all the the usual 2D shit that Mario had done up to that point. It was a good 3D game that just so happened to have like Mario. But after that, Sunshine wasn't a good game. It wasn't a good 3D game. Really, I didn't think. I didn't like the mechanics in it.
I played it, to be fair, so I have no real opinion.
And Galaxy was just like to get ready to run around circles. Like no. It's like, do you like spheres? Nah. Well, tough shit.
I liked it. I liked the mechanic of like the worlds and stuff, and I like the fact that in levels you go between the worlds and stuff, and all the platform and stuff in there. Yeah. Oh, that was cool. But again, it's a different structure, different.
Not my thing.
Odyssey was good. I enjoyed Odyssey. I enjoyed Odyssey because like the hat mechanic looked kind of shallow, but actually provided like a decent amount of nuance into it. There was enough like interesting like mechanics and physics stuff in there, and like physical abilities that changed up every level, which was nice. I like that.
Mario 64, Mario Kart, Mario Party, and then everything else. Wow,
you enjoyed Mario Party?
Oh God, no.
I was about to say, like the one thing I will say is Mario Party is a piece of shit.
I mean, they're not shit. They're funny, but they're funny because of just how badly wrong they can go, and they will go, and they do go every time.
I just don't like them. I feel like it's tedium the game.
Oh, well, I would say that about every Mario game, to be honest. Like,
fair, but like you know, I kind of quit like the Mario like Party series too. It's kind of like when you get that idea, it's like, oh yeah, we'll play Monopoly. That'll be fun.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's kind of like it's got that same like you know fucking buyer's remorse aspect to it. It's like we'll play Monopoly. We'll have some fun.
Name me one fucking time when you played Monopoly when you didn't want to strangle everyone in the fucking room. Like
yeah, and like Mario Party does the same.
Yeah, but I think I'm pretty sure Mario Party is specifically designed to make you want to strangle each other, and then it's just who can last to the end of the game wins. It's like who lasts the friendship the longest after a game of Mario Party. That's the actual winner. It's not who wins the actual party. See if like a couple of days later,
still kept along the way.
If a couple of days later, if there's one person that everyone is still talking to, that guy won. He won that party, or she.
We played Mario Party a few times. We're still talking.
Yeah, that's true. Well, then we're joint Mario Party winners. Yeah.
So we did play it on. You definitely had a copy of the game for one of the fucking consoles.
Oh, I had like a couple of the 64 ones. I think I had one for the Dreamcast. Or not Dreamcast, sorry. The GameCube. I think I've had like maybe 2 GameCube ones because like they come out fairly rapidly. Like, but
yeah, they're up to 8 or something now, aren't they?
I'm pretty sure Mario Party's on like 20 or something.
Jesus Christ!
Because they weren't a yearly thing. Sometimes they come out quicker than that.
Oh, that's grim.
And I think
that's so grim.
I think it got to a certain number, and then they just started putting in words. I think.
So when I said earlier Nintendo released more software, I mean good software.
Yeah, not more fucking Mario Party games.
I don't want you just coming in Nintendo and going, oh, you want more software, son? Here's like 6 Mario Party games in the next 6 months. I don't want that.
Here's more Hyrule Warriors.
I haven't played that, but I'm intrigued by it. Like, it looked like it would be fun for a day. It looked like some kind of like mindless fun for. If you haven't played a what's those games called again? One of those big
Dynasty Warriors
games in a while, you'd probably be able to get.
No, I had it. I had that Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U. And I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like it's like a Zelda game, but you know, it's not shit like Breath of the Wild is. And then like 2 minutes later, like 10-15 minutes later, I was like, oh, I see, this is not good either. Don't like those games at all.
Pretty sure there's a Mario Party there's definitely one for each console,
but there's
multiple for consoles.
There's more than one for each console, like way more.
Scream going cry. Either I'm 14 getting in, or it's lagging.
It's definitely him because he's 14 getting us in.
It's definitely him because our stream stats are looking.
We are 100% over here. You're just a big alcoholic.
It's me. It's definitely me. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, just check the stream stats. Our stream stats are okay.
You dirtbag.
Just double check there. Sometimes the bit rate can be a bit skid whiffy, but no, it's been fine. Oh God. You're sure you want to keep these for yourself? Like I'm fine not drinking. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Whoop.
Thank you very much. Our next game is definitely one you've definitely played. This wouldn't be one I played.
One of my favorite games of all time. Dragon Quest Journey of the Cursed King, the best game on PS2.
That's
Final Fantasy
the
X.
one that's. Think. Is that the one you had on? Is that the one I watched you play for quite a bit on PS2?
Probably, yeah. I think I maxed out the timer in the game.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I got it to 99 hours, 99 minutes, which is ironic because you know
it's good anymore.
Not 99 minutes. This is the best Dragon Quest. The one that came out at the start of the year. What was it called?
I have it for the PC. Never played it.
What the fuck was it called? I sank almost as much time into that one, which is ironic because I can't remember what it's called. It had a very star ocean. I can't remember. It had a very RPG subtitle. I just can't remember what it was. What was the Dragon Quest game that was out at the start of this year called? Someone let me know. It was like a really good, I would consider that like the successor to that one for some reason. I don't know why. There's been a bunch in between them, but a lot of them were handheld or odd offshoot games. This was definitely like the one this year was like definitely like their big, tentpole. Like this is a big Dragon Quest. Like you could sink 100 hours into this and you're still loads of like optional dungeons and stuff for you to do. But it just reminded me so much of this because it was like I just fucking loved this game. Fucking loved it. The game was not called Dragon Quest the Luminary and shit. That is
like, I could believe like the last part was not true, but like Luminary,
Dragon Quest the Luminary and a bit of shit.
Is it 11? Birdie Pig saying it's 11 maybe.
The most recent one, whatever the subtitle for the most recent one is called, it could be 11. I don't know, but I know
I'm not 100% sure of it.
The
myself.
good one was 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6. Yes,
that was it.
Yeah, Johnny the Cursed King is Echoes of an Elusive Age. Thank you. No, wait, that's not the DS one, is it?
This was like the full release one.
No, okay, no, it was Echoes. Yeah, see, it had that's a very like kind of generic RPG subtitle. Like that could be anything.
that is some like JRPG chicanery.
But
nonsense.
that was a very good game. But it was a very good game because it reminded me so much of this one, which is, if not my favorite, one of my favorite PS2 games, and probably the best RPG. I would take Dragon Quest over Final Fantasy.
It's fair enough.
Fuck Final Fantasy. Fuck them.
I'm not little. You're not going to trigger me with that phrase.
10 was alright. What was the one where it was all the girls? It was like girl
10-2.
power. 10-2. That was my favorite Final Fantasy.
Now you're trying to trigger
It was
people.
the sexiest Final Fantasy that
You're trying to
there ever was be. No, not even 10-2. Was it?
No, it's 10-2.
No, because there was two girl power games. One
10-2 was the
one
first
was
one.
10-2, but they done another one.
Yeah, they done it in 13-2 or 14.
Was it the one with the one with lightning? There was the lightning one. She was like, "Oh fucking, have a look at these titties."
Yeah, there was like they've done it twice, but the first one was 10-2.
Okay, yeah, 10-2 was the best Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Again, I know you're just trying to trigger people with that comment, but sure.
See, that's the thing though. Like, barely anyone has played any Dragon Quest games to even put up that much of like they don't know if it's a correct statement or not, or if it could be a correct statement or not. But it's
all preference anyway.
But it certainly is.
No one can definitively say this game is better than this game. Facts, because like that shit works.
Yeah, because at the time I was playing Dragon Quest with this hand. I had Final Fantasy 10. No, what was the one with Vash?
With the what? Sorry.
With the one where the main character was called Vash. Was that 12 or 11?
Might be 11.
11?
No, 12, because 11 was the MMO.
Right, 12. So all right, there you go. So I was playing Dragon Quest with this hand and 12 with this hand, and like absorbing them both at exactly the same time and being like, this is much better. This Dragon Quest here is much better. And then I stopped playing Final Fantasy and started playing Rogue Galaxy instead. So I was playing Dragon Quest with this hand and Rogue Galaxy with this hand, and then just semen everywhere.
Just literally a jazz.
Just a big
jazz odyssey
blanket
in front of you.
Yeah, it was good shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it was good.
yeah.
So you have fond memories of the game then.
Ultimately, I'm not that big on Final Fantasy.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
this
enough.
is like, I think you can. I don't know if there's a PS or like a like a PC version of this game, but I know you can get a wee ROM of it. I know you can get a wee dirty ROM. You can get a wee dirty ROM of this, but don't, because it's illegal. Well, actually, you know what? It's legal if you own a copy of the game. So if
I
you
copied the game and then do it.
if you own a copy of the game but don't have a PS2, take a photo of you holding your copy of the game, send it to your local FBI, and then download a ROM, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Problem solved.
We're on to the last one then, which is Battle for Middle Earth 2, the Rise of the Witch King.
A game that you literally can't find anywhere.
It's EA took that off all their stores.
Yeah, but you can't even find a pirated copy of it. Like, there's no, like, you can't even download this. Like, I think Mikey went actively looking for this game. I think the Rise of the Witch King is actually the DLC for it. But we'll put it all in as the same thing anyway. But like, me and him actually went looking for this thing for like a couple of days.
Rob was really into it as well.
Yeah, because it was a really, really, really good RPG. Like, it was what did I say?
RPG.
Sorry, top-down art. No, it's not a top-down RPG. RTS. It was a really, really good RTS. And then a couple of years later, they were just like, "Here, do you remember that game we made?" No, you don't.
No,
you fucking don't.
Not even we're gonna bring it out again. It's like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
don't talk shit.
I was DLC with a hero creator.
Ooh. Hero creator, shit.
See, that would have been fucking fun. See, I'll see if they just re-release this. People would be like, no. Eat that shit up, because it was such a fucking good game. It was even a good RTS on 360, which at the time was unheard of.
Yeah, unheard of. Like doing console RTSs were not great.
It was a tough job, and they've done very well at it. And then just for some reason, a couple of years later, this game just vanished. It just absolutely fucking vanished from everywhere.
I think the only console RTS I ever enjoyed, is because I was forced to enjoy, because my only option for a while was Red Alert on the PS1.
Yeah, that was a subpar version of Red Alert.
That was subpar version of that game.
Yeah,
but Red Alert though. Love Red Alert.
There's a remake 2. There's a remake 2 coming out.
Really?
Yeah, because they remade 1 there at the start of the year.
I saw it come out in Conquer came out, but not Red Alert.
Yeah,
it was the Tiberian Saga they remastered.
Actually, maybe they may be remaking Red Alert 1 then.
That's still cool.
Yeah, and then they'll go on to 2 if it does enough.
Yeah. Because I like those old base building sort of RTS games.
They were good crap. I was never very good at them, but I enjoyed playing them. I don't think I was smart enough to be good at them, which is annoying.
It's all about it's kind of like it's the rock paper. See those games, very much the rock paper scissors effect, right? It's like, do I have something that will kill infantry? Do I have something that will kill tanks? And do I have something that will kill air?
Yeah.
And do I and you balancing that there depending on how your opponent plays. It's like playing. Well, does he favoring this? So do I need this behind what I'm going to use, or to kind of counter? So it's a lot of like rock paper scissors in those games.
I was just like, I have a lot of shooty guys. And then,
Red Alert 2 let you do that, because all you gotta do was like go. I think it was like Libya or it was Iran, in the Soviets, and they had the cloning vat, and all you just had to do was get the cloning vat and then just make endless infantry and just swarm.
Cool.
Infantry. It's like, there's just too many guys with guns that you can't stop me. You can't stop me. This is a tidal wave of infantry. I don't care what you have. You may have all the anti-infantry in the world. There's just too many of them.
Just a tidal wave of Iranian men.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. Oh.
So that was kind of like, that was the tactic in Red Alert 2.
Yeah, they were fun games.
They were great games.
There's not really a lot of RTSs about anymore.
They are dying breed at the minute. Yeah.
I know we have someone in the chat who's very into RTSs, and you might be seeing more from him at some point.
I'm looking forward to that.
Later.
Specifically later tonight or later in general.
Huh? What's that? Sorry, I was just vibing with the screen there.
Just vibing, were you?
Just vibing.
Sorry, but
man.
yes, going back to Battle of Middle-earth 2.
Yeah, a game that just disappeared because I don't know, maybe they just lost the license for it, or they just didn't want to keep working on it.
I think it's more of a situation where it's probably like they probably had some sort of proprietary. It's probably anti-malware or anti-fucking copyright thing in there, so that's probably what stopped it from getting.
It was out around that time where they were insistent on packing every fucking PC game with like, if we think that you haven't bought this in any way, shape, or form, we're coming after you. Like, fuck you.
It was EA as well, so bear that in mind.
Oh yeah, true. So it was probably something to do with like some kind of weird licensing thing between EA and New Line or whatever. It's like, right, people can play this game for 2 years and then gone. It's like the game never existed. But they kept making Lord of the Rings games though. EA literally kept making Lord of the Rings games.
Yeah. Loads. Like, only at this point is like they out of EA's hands because Warner Brothers actually have a studio now.
Yeah, so maybe Warner Brothers will make one.
They're working on the sequel to Shadow of War at the minute.
At this point, where can you really go with those games? Like,
it's based around Gollum, which is an interesting choice.
I mean, there's like 3,000 years worth of history in Lord of the Rings. Maybe just fucking pick something else.
I think they're limited to the universe of the movies.
Right, okay. You know what, probably as far as copyright goes,
I don't think they have like the access to Silmarillion and shit.
That kind of sucks though, because they're wasting a lot of like really good, they're not privy to a lot of like really kind of interesting story stuff that happened, and like the first age kind of stuff would make a great game. But
like, you're not going to know about Noldor shit, you know? I want some Noldor shit.
Well, like there, like at one point, it was like an army of Balrogs fighting an army of wizards. I want to fucking see that.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. It's fine. Like, it's fine that they're all telling their own stories, Ocean, but like they have to tell their own stories within the same like 2-3 year time span. So
I mean, I'm curious to see what they take with Gollum specifically, because Gollum's a weird character to focus a game on, especially a game that's like so known for its nemesis system. How the fuck do you make that around Gollum? Oh, my nemesis is the hobbits.
The nemesis system is like the more enemies you have, the more enemies you get in the game, the less coverage his little loincloth has. So it's like it starts off like fully covered, and then for every enemy you get, like a little piece of it disappears, a little bit more disappears, a little bit more disappears, and then balls.
I don't know if I want to see
Gollum's hanging
weird
swinging anglers.
I don't know if I want to see that.
Well,
in the grand scheme of things, if I'm honest,
play the new game and you'll find out.
So I will on stream.
Here. Right. Moving on.
Yeah. This is one I'm actually quite excited about, because this is the first time we've had audience suggested head-to-head user submitted head-to-heads. So when we're giving this week, you are giving us head-to-head, which is
so
good.
Yeah. So essentially, what you're saying is that we're getting head from the audience this week.
Yeah, this week we're getting head from the audience in the form of other head. And what I would ask is that, guys, please continue. If you want to submit suggestions for the head-to-head, you can do so in multiple places. Obviously, our social media, be it on the PVS podcast on Twitter. You can check the link below the player to go check it there. Tweet at us whenever you get a suggestion. Doesn't have to be right now. Just get into the habit. You think like, hey, maybe I want to ask the guys, do they prefer fucking Last of Us compared to maybe Resident Evil? That could be one, right? Like, you know, one of those ones. Like, you just get the ideas. Like, I wonder how they would justify their opinion on that one. Throw it at us, or you can do it in the Discord. The Discord has the PvP podcast section. Just drop it in there at any time. We're going to use every last one of them. The only rules I will say is that, don't keep repeating the same game too often. It's not a problem if you say like, okay, maybe like give it a few weeks and say the same game versus a different game. That's fine. Yeah. But we don't want to see the same game every week.
If it's like, I don't want to see FIFA 06 versus FIFA 07, because like FIFA 06 is when that every time.
Well, yeah, at that point we'll probably say we think they're both trash at that point. But yeah. What
way are we going to do this then? We'll both answer what we would pick from each one then.
So then let's answer it, and then after we've answered it, let's justify it, like give our own reasons why we would pick one.
Okay, fair enough. Have we done a Spyro the Dragon versus Crash? No, haven't, but consider that in the list of ones that we'll do.
Why don't we send that for us a tweet or
next week
on the Discord?
Or you can just tell me in person.
Text
me on my phone, and I'll.
Yeah, that's a fair point, because he doesn't have Twitter, does he?
Because we know him.
And we do know him, but it's one of those things where like I'll forget that.
Yeah, I will also forget. I will also forget that, and then Mikey will be like, "Why didn't you pick my fucking?"
Yeah, suppose things. That's why we want them like on like the social media and the Discord, because then we have a place of reference for them and can collect them. So, because like this chat's great, but we will not remember this. You don't have a tweeter machine.
Just fucking text me.
So, but let's go for the first one: Skyrim versus Fallout. What would you pick?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
When I saw this, I was like, "This is a tough one."
I'm trying to think back about what I've spent more time playing.
More about like, what did you enjoy more though?
Obviously the one I've spent more time playing is the one that I enjoyed more. So I probably like out of those two, in particular, Skyrim versus Fallout 4. Technically, Skyrim versus Fallout 3 would have been a better answer there, because I just realized that I was thinking of the wrong one. I really hated Fallout 4, so I would pick Skyrim.
There you go. That's like, fine. Like, I mean, I know one would be better, but that's not the one presented. We had to decide based on
if that was Skyrim versus Fallout 3, that would be almost an impossible question, because it's essentially just the same game, but with two different motifs, but two motifs that I like.
Yeah.
So yeah, Skyrim 100%. Fallout 4 was just actually kind of shite.
I would pick, weirdly enough, Skyrim as well.
Yeah.
Why would you pick Skyrim though?
Because Skyrim.
Are you point of view? You want me to say?
No, but like that's why you would pick Skyrim like this. You just look like you're in there already. Like, Skyrim was just like even at the time, it was just a through and through amazing game. We're like, oh my god, there's so much you can do in it. Like, I suppose looking back, like, maybe there was only really a handful of things you could do in it, but at the time, it was still incredibly entertaining. And fuck me, I don't know how many times I finished that game. Got all the fucking DLC for it. Played it on original 360. Bought PC version, played that as well. Loads of different builds. fucking started modding it, doing like kind of fun shit. As far as Fallout 4 goes, I think I bought it once and maybe got about halfway through it and then just stopped playing it. So
that speaks a lot. That speaks volumes.
Yeah, Skyrim, out of those two games, Skyrim 100%. You can't mod Macho Man into Fallout 4.
That's true.
You can sure
That's
as fuck
100%
you can sure as
true.
fuck do it in Skyrim.
That's very true. I mean, a lot of the same criticisms I would have towards Fallout 4 would be the same reasons, but also I just don't like the color palette of the Fallout games. It's brown on brown on brown on brown, and while I know there's a lot of just white palette with Skyrim, at least there's some color. It feels like Skyrim had more character.
Yeah.
It had more character as a game and its universe and its even though, let's be honest, Bethesda can't make fucking NPCs and save them lives with any sort of like discernible sort of presence
or realism or whatever.
But like Skyrim at least exuded more character for me. Also, I just fucking hated the base building in Fallout 4.
Yeah, that was not.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah, it was something that they could have just put in there to like try and like, aesthetically, like if you want to do fun stuff with this base building, go ahead. But they forced you to do it a bunch. You're like, no,
it's like
stop forcing me to do
this. Is not a great mechanic. Yeah. You have like pissed us up the wall. And this is terrible to play. Please, no more of this.
Stop it.
It's awful. Stop it. So I'd probably go for Skyrim as well. On this one.
Skyrim versus Fallout 3, I think would be an almost impossible thing because everything I'd done with Skyrim, I definitely also done with Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Like fucking played it on multiple consoles, bought all the fucking DLC, finished it with a load of different builds. That would be a tough one. Like if anything, I would probably just have to call out maybe a fucking draw.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, like it's one of those situations where it makes sense why we don't really. I feel like we kind of see the same logic with that there, and I totally get that. Now, what I want to ask is, what would the chat pick personally? I know how the chat will be able to tell us. We're actually going to do a poll for once.
Oh my god, I don't really know how to do those, so it's all up to you.
That's fine.
What about both or neither?
No, it's fine. So which game would you pick, guys? We've got a poll up in the chat. Let us know in the poll. Would you pick Skyrim or Fallout 4?
If you could stroke our poll, that would be...
If you just look above the chat, let
us know. Good.
Skyrim or Fallout 4. But yeah, like it's one of those ones where, like there's, I don't know, Skyrim for me exuded more character.
Yeah.
It felt like you also had like a more blanker slate as a character to kind of like create your own adventure.
Yeah.
Where Fallout games very much tell you who your character is, which is so strange for an RPG.
Yeah, I guess RPG. Yeah, they really didn't handle Fallout 4 very well as well. Hence, like 76.
Yeah, 76 was
just
terrible.
Like the horrible runoff. Like,
I'd go Skyrim, but I did really like the base build in Fallout 4. Fair.
There you go. There's the one person who liked it.
There's the one person who liked it, yeah. That's strange. I would take Skyrim, ported it onto
a vintage Motorola Razr.
But I would take that too, actually. I would take that as well. It was like it felt like I could see that, like an FPS wannabe.
Yeah.
It kind of didn't have the mechanics. It looks like the
Skyrim's window on that one.
Skyrim's
I want to answer this joke though. Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Is it because he was a cunt?
Thank you very much for the follow, by the way.
That's what it was. He didn't go to the dance because no one liked him because he was a cunt.
Good streams. Thank you very much for it. But yeah, it looks like the overwhelming majority of the viewers think Skyrim.
83% of these
83
fucking pricks
percent
loved.
They love we Skyrim. They
love we touch Skyrim.
They love it. They can't get it to touch too much. It's just not.
You know what I hated about Skyrim though? The Dwemer stuff.
Oh yeah, the armor.
No, just like going into those fucking. What do you call it? Going into the caverns, like the dwarven caverns.
Oh yes,
they were
yes.
fucking horrible. I hated those fucking levels.
We're having a good night, Kush. We're having a better night for knowing that you're having a good time though.
Those dungeons, those filthy dungeons, they sucked.
The Randy Savage dragons will always win.
Oh yeah! And then your dad's killed.
That's your man's ready. But we're going to our next head-to-head, and that wonderful head-to-fucking-head brings us to Animal Crossing New Horizon versus Stardew Valley. This is interesting.
I was like, I don't know what New Horizons is.
Animal Crossing.
But saying that that's Animal Crossing.
We're getting into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you've had much time with it.
I played quite a lot of New Horizons in the house because Tara has it, and I was like,
okay.
It's like I jump on that and play it at night when you're done with it, pretty much. I can see the appeal of Animal Crossing games, and I assume it's the same appeal that Stardew Valley has. I can say that, and I have never played or went near Stardew Valley, so pretty much just on principle, New Horizons has to win this one.
That's fair. I have played both.
Yeah.
And I would say I would give it to Stardew Valley.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why is because I don't like the nature.
Is there less bullshit in Stardew Valley? Where like
Stardew Valley felt like a more open environment that let me control the pace of the game and let me do things as I want to. Of a small adventure, but still that level
not like, don't you dare try to come into this fucking shop at 10:05 at night. You come back tomorrow, you cunt. It's so painful to hear. I would let you crush me with ice. Or no way. I'd leave you on a door. I'd fuck you. There we go. I'd fuck you in a car. That is very painful.
That was incredibly painful.
It's so off key.
So off key. But yes, but I would go for Stardew Valley. Like, Animal Crossing New Horizons is great, but it falls in the trap that I talked about earlier in games, that I don't like games that kind of make it feel like a chore. And Animal Crossing New Horizons was very good about making...
Oh, that was really short. Oh, no. Still going. Right, I'm going to need to leave soon.
You triggered?
What's still going? Is it still going?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so terrified right now. If there's like a special guest shark and I don't know about this, I'm going to be very upset.
It goes for a while.
An alligator? That's close. I'll use the alligator to protect me.
But like those games, I know like Tara's saying that's like all of the games are like that. That's true, and I just don't like, that level of obligation.
You got to go by our schedule. Yeah, there's like
where Stardew Valley let me like do the things you could do in Animal Crossing.
You felt like when you stopped playing it, you were like, right, I've done enough. I feel like I've done enough for today.
But I could also go on an adventure.
Oh, okay.
At the same time, like I go into some caves, maybe find some like cool meteorites and fight some bosses and some enemies.
Fuck one of your neighbors.
I could go find I could fuck a neighbor. I could fuck my neighbors. I could like go
fuck your
discover
pets.
the mysteries of like
fuck yourself.
Yeah, these things. I could like create like a really great garden and a house and all of this stuff and purchase land and have all these like really interesting things. And I felt like that was more type of game I enjoyed because it gave me a bit of a smorgasbord when it came to that style of game.
is it a wee bit more Sims than it is Animal Crossing?
You play one character.
No, I don't mean that, but I mean, well, sure, you play one character in Sims until you choose to not play more than one character.
It's not so much like that. It's more like it is kind of like a little small like adventure game.
Okay,
but it has like a lot of like the Animal Crossing mechanics of you can build a farm, you build your farm, and you take crops, and you maintain your farm, and you like maintain your house
also,
and all of that other
stuff. I
stuff.
just thought of another reason why I wouldn't pick Stardew Valley is because that it was all made by one guy, and that guy's not a millionaire, and fuck that guy because I'm jealous.
Okay, so, fair enough. Stardew Valley is similar to Harvest Moon games. Yeah, like it's probably close to the Harvest Moon sort of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But we're wondering for the chat. What does the chat think? Do they want to pick Stardew Valley, or do they want to pick Amazon?
If you want to pick Amazon's New Horizons, give Jeff
Animal Crossing New Horizon, or do you want to pick Stardew Valley?
Give Jeff Bezos more money.
Yeah,
for your farms.
Giving them more money. So we got the poll going right now, guys. You can vote in the poll above the chat right now. Let us know if you're into Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Does Stardew Valley have girls in it?
I just thought the first Valley Girls because I've heard that before. I thought it's a great stupid pun.
Oh my!
I've not played Stardew Valley, so I gotta pick Ace. That's fair.
Unfortunately, I also had to pick. You kind of made me want to play Stardew Valley now, though.
Yeah, it's fun. It does play into like the 16-bit aesthetic.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's good. It's cool. It's like it's super chill, but also still gives you enough like interesting objectives. So cool. you can kind of be chill with this, or you can go find your adventure. It's definitely worth picking it up.
Stardew Valley Girls, is that the sequel to River City Girls? It is, and that's funny because River City Girls was the sequel to River City Ransom. And people were like, why do you need to remake this with girls? And I was like, why don't you shut the fuck up, because it's great. Yeah, it's like a little 2D fighter where you're like two like Japanese schoolgirls just trashing the life out of people.
Why is that a bad thing?
I don't know. It's not.
People online need to shut the fuck up. The poll, we'll do that a poll a different time, Dean. We're trying to control the polls more directed toward the head-to-head stuff.
There has to be a fourth option for that one where it's just all three of us together, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we had to go very High School Musical with it, and we're all together.
We're gonna all just fuck each other backstage.
This one's pulling a bit closer to the middle here. You know, we got 40% versus 60%.
Stardew Valley.
Only one vote separate in the two of them.
Is Stardew Valley available on the Nintendo Switch?
I believe it is.
The Nintendo
I'm near sure it is.
Watch?
It's also on Steam sale right now. It's also available on your PS4 if you want to play on PS4. You've got multiple options to enjoy.
I would probably just play it on the Switch. It seems like a Switch game.
It's one of those ones where it would work well on the old. Oh, Stardew Valley guys got it.
Oh, Nintendo are going to be furious. We're going to be shut down any minute now.
We're going to be shut down.
They're going to come right in and be like, "Look at they're making our games look bad." Rubble. Reggie's going to come in here and fuck us.
Reggie's going to give us the Fizame.
He doesn't work in there anymore.
He does not know. Don't know what giving us the Fizame means, but you know he will do it. So next one is Forza Motorsport versus Gran Turismo. This one is one that I've only actually played one of those franchises, so I feel like I'm gonna have to sway toward that more. And I've only played the Gran Turismo games. I've never played the Forza games. I enjoy the great games when it comes to like, you know, if you're really into motorsports and sort of like if you're one of those people, it's like it's an awe of like just what console generations can do for like
look at a Gran Turismo graphically
like those are like big focal points of a new console always and like they're fun racing games to, you know, a bit challenging, not like the arcade.
That's the thing though, you know, they're not really fun racing games anymore. They're simulation. They'd be like, it's pretty much just like how well can you actually drive, which is not particularly all that fun. I think Forza Motorsport, it eventually did go a wee bit more arcadey.
Yeah,
but if
definitely did.
But if this is like this, I think this would probably be like Forza Motorsport versus that PS4 Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
which is two. He is wanker because he showed Daytona. They're like two very like simulation heavy racing games. I don't know. See that question is essentially just Xbox versus PS4 because
really?
Forza Motorsport was Xbox racing simulation game, and Gran Turismo was Sony's one, and that's why it's just which one do you like more, Xbox or Sony?
It's one of those things where like I can't say for sure because I've never played the Forza games, if I'm honest. So I can only go for it. Like you with the Animal Crossing stuff, you only go with what you know, and I only know Gran Turismo on that one. Yeah,
I've played both. I would probably. That original Forza Motorsport is a wee bit of a Gran Turismo clone, and it's not even as good as Gran Turismo. So for those two, I would have to probably just say Gran Turismo. Also, you can play Gran Turismo in VR, and you
play Gran Turismo in VR. We're going to give it to the chat though, guys. Guys in chat, if you've played the Forza or the Gran Turismo games, let us know which one you prefer, Gran Turismo or Forza Motorsport.
Or just start hitting stuff at random.
Yeah, or just have a big wank.
Yeah, have a big wank and don't look at the poll whatsoever.
Don't look at the poll unless it's a poll that you want to wank to. You know, but let us know it anyway in the poll, guys. I mean, it's one of those ones where I feel like. So I see a big Daytona.
Sorry,
I said that right.
Let's go highway. Let's go highway. Let's go highway. Sorry, I was getting a wee bit like Mexican there. Let's go highway.
Yeah, we're taking Forza to New Mexico because that's where all the good racing happens. I don't know if that's the truth.
I don't know about that either.
I don't know if that's the truth. I do look forward to seeing more arcade racing style games or arcade based.
Where would you be saying that?
There's this little project that people might not be aware of that's in development. It's a bit low key, it's a little bit local, but I'm kind of digging what they're throwing down. It's by a small team called Pigs and Blankets.
Two big lads though.
Two big lads, right? And they're talking about this sort of like very heavily inspired Belfast project with this like arcade mechanical sort of driving game with package deliveries. It's called Red Shift Chase.
Fucking sounds shite like.
It looks pretty good though.
I would never play that.
Would you not? Man, I think you should check it out.
I wouldn't waste my time on that.
No? That's weird. Well, I'll try and convince you later down the line.
Show me some videos of it later. See, I don't think the Gran Turismo and the Forza Motorsport really grabbed the attention.
They're a niche product, to be fair. Like the racing games are a niche product, and that's fine. You know, not everyone's kettle of fish, or where the fuck that saying goes. Sounds great. I'd buy it for people involved. Look at that. You'd buy the people involved for a coffee. Constantly not to waste my time, and I guess not to waste my time.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that. Play it, buy it, buy it.
Buy it.
So it's not out, but buy it when it comes out.
Looks like the vote went to Forza on that one.
I disagree with that. So fuck you.
Fair enough. It's like I disagree, so go fuck yourself. Next one though is an interesting one. So that the way you word this is like GTA versus Saints Row.
Is that like?
Are we taking this from a franchise perspective?
The franchise altogether? Or?
That's really hard. It's a really hard one to break down because GTA is a franchise of two halves.
Yeah. And
Saints Row is not. I feel like this makes it hard.
Like out of the like Saints Row, the first one started off just as a straight up GTA 3 clone, maybe I know it was like GTA, but you're in like Los Angeles or something, and it really wasn't that good.
No,
but
it really
it
wasn't.
did.
It was kind of crap.
Like they eventually got kind of like more stupid and more slapsticky as they went along. But
even that started to wear off
like,
after a while. That word from
I wouldn't even say that the best Saints Row is better than the worst GTA. So
that's a really interesting thing for you to say.
Yeah, I would probably have to go with GTA. Like just based on just sheer man hours that I've played GTA games for.
Yeah, like put it this way, right? What you don't like about GTA, there is still a lot of effort and polish there. Like you may not like GTA 5 story,
I guess.
but when you look at their games though.
The problem with GTA games now is that they're not fun anymore. They're not fun at all. They're not fun games anymore. They're just like, look at how serious and.
Do you want to make this easier? How are we going to make this easier, right? We'll put the best of each one. We'll have like representative of the franchise, right? So we're going to put arguably Saints Row 4, which has been probably the most critically acclaimed game for the Saints Row games, right? Saints Row 4 versus GTA San Andreas, probably the most critically acclaimed GTA game. What would you go?
What one was Saints Row 4? What happened in that?
That was the one where it was the one before you went into space and all that bullshit. It was just the one where like you were trying to take down the motherfuckers, and Hulk Hogan was like a luchador and shit. It was the one where it's like it was still based and rooted in some strange form of reality, and not like aliens, and you're not the president.
Right. Okay. Right.
Well,
maybe I never played that thing because none of that sounds familiar.
Because like there's one that's like I think there's like Saints Row, or maybe that was Saints Row 4.
I thought it was because.
There's one that you go into space. You go into space and you're in VR or some shit. And it's a bit fucking mad.
I thought isn't that one of the add-ons? Or like
no, there's God Out of Hell, which is the add-on where you're in hell.
I think either way, franchise or single games, it's probably going to be GTA. To be honest, because I mean, like essentially, Saints Row has always just been a clone of GTA, so it's always going to be one step behind. And like I would still play GTA 3 or 4. Or San Andreas over probably any Saints Row game, I guess.
Fair enough. So I would say I'd probably pick the GTA game. I mean, I still enjoy the single player aspects of GTA, right? I mean, I still like I thoroughly enjoyed the story of 5. But like, I mean, that's our differences in opinion.
Yeah,
like, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I still enjoy the single player experiences Rockstar create, even if their multiplayer experiences are kind of, somewhat fucking insane. But I still enjoyed the single player experiences, so I'd say I'd give it to the GTA.
Yeah, because like even all like the add-ons for like GTA 4, like Lost and Damned and Ballad of Gay Tony and stuff, like they were far better than GTA 5 as far as I was concerned, like story wise, but they were better than Saints Row games. Yeah,
there was still like substance and polish and great writing in them, So we got to throw it over the chat though. What does the chat think? Would you pick the GTA franchise or the Saints Row franchise?
Hit 6 grams of DMT and fly into space. Yeah, that sounds exactly.
You vote in the poll above chats, guys. GTA or Saints Row?
Saints GTA.
If you think it's trash, Spicy Spat Mom, why don't you vote for Saints Row? Put it in the chat. Put it in the poll.
I'll agree that the online is trash and the GTA is kind of trashy now. Because I hated, what was the last one? 5? 4?
5 was the list.
Didn't like 5 at all. But I can't. It won't undo, like the 20 years of good games that they've made before that.
Yeah, of course not.
So,
it's one of those ones where I kind of honestly,
like there wouldn't be Saints Row without GTA.
Yeah.
So
like I could honestly go back and like I could fuck with GTA 3 or
Yeah.
fuck with some fucking Vice City. Like Vice City is kind of the one I enjoyed the most. Weirdly, I know it wasn't the one you enjoyed the most. I didn't play San Andreas, which is weird.
At
I think
all,
I think my PS2 broke at that point.
Right.
I remember there was that weird thing where lasers in the PS2, and watching you repair them put me off wanting to buy another one, and I just went migrate the Xbox after a while.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You did have an original Xbox. Like
Yeah, an original Xbox.
Only person I know that did have one. But
I migrate to a lot of consoles. The first.
Yeah.
Really.
San Andreas was out on the original Xbox.
It was, but
apparently it was the best version as well, which is funny enough.
I don't know why. I just didn't. I think at that point I was just like mainlining Star Wars Knights of the Republic games.
Right. Yeah. Well,
I think that's where I was at that point. Like by the time I went,
yeah.
I was like, I'm all about the Knights games. Just give me some more Knights games.
If you're gonna play anything on an Xbox, it was Knights of the Old Republic. Like.
Yeah, that's the reason I actually got the Xbox was Knights of the Republic.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I could go back now just because like. It'd be hard to go back to that game with the fucking just because like that what I'm used to now is going to fit into me being able to play and enjoy a GTA game.
Yeah.
That from scratch. Like I could go back to like Free or Vice City and go, well, I remember this for what it is. So nostalgia plays a factor, but I'm trying to enjoy the experience brand new. I probably wouldn't be able to do that with San Andreas. Just because I'd be like, man, where the fuck's the cover button, or what the fuck is the what the fuck? What's with the
your modern gameplay elements will have got in the way
of like, I'd be like, why is this not better? Where like I'll have the nostalgia going, oh, this is just old.
I just remember doing this. I remember doing this when I was a little chitlin.
I watched someone play both. That's where my interest ended.
I'll never make you watch GTA. Don't worry about it.
Apparently, San Andreas is goated. Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
KOTOR is life. Fuck me. How we've not put a KOTOR into any of our media for the podcast is wild.
Like, how are we not getting another one? And by another one, I mean not the fucking online one.
Not the fucking goddamn MMO. Yeah, the MMO can go
which is still going, though, which is strange. Like, I don't know.
It's free to play, though, so it makes its money off its micros.
Right.
Last one, though, guys, which is, I don't know where you're going to land on this one, actually. Dead Rising versus Left 4 Dead. I don't actually. You know what? I think I do know. Now I say it out loud. I think I do know where you're going to land on this one. I think you're landing on the Dead Rising. I think it's because you never really had overly much. You weren't really a big PC gamer for the longest while. No. And the Left 4 Dead series, while it did come out on the orange box for the 360, you didn't have much of a PC. I feel like playing Left 4 Dead is very much a PC experience. And I don't think you had that. Yeah.
I would it comes down to I would never put a multiplayer focused game over a single player focused game. Because in a multiplayer focused game, your enjoyment comes with having to play with other people, which I just find detestable. So I will go for Dead Rising.
You're going to go for Dead Rising? I would go for Left 4 Dead. And the reason why I said I could just, for the longest while, I personally found the mechanics of the time that dynamic in Dead Rising, they give me too much anxiety as a player.
They swiftly got rid of that.
I thought it took 2 or 3 games to get rid of that.
It was gone by 3, and even in 2, it was a bit. They eased up on it a bit.
Okay, yeah. So I remember when we played it because you had it for 360. I remember correctly.
Yeah, the original one.
The original, and I enjoyed watching you play it because the anxiety's out of my hands.
Yeah. You're just kind of like, oh.
I'm the passenger enjoying the experience more than the actual driver, and it was one of those situations where I was like, I am so filled with anxiety at the idea of having to do this like thing within 3 minutes. What the fuck? There's too many zombies between me and the objective and me getting that thing done. I can't do this.
Wasn't a fan of the time stuff in the first one, but kind of once you. The whole point, the reason they done it was they wanted you to be like, right, I'm going to pick a certain direction and go that direction the whole game. Like you pick a storyline that you want to follow and you follow the whole game and you ignore the other ones and then you come back and you play it again and you pick a different direction. That's what they initially wanted you to do. But at the time, I'd never seen anything like it before. So it was like, there's not enough time in the game to literally do all of the things that it wants me to do, and it makes you very anxious. And then you'd ask someone online, be like, how did you do all of the fucking missions with just 20 minutes to go? And they're like, you just pick one and then you come back and do you play it. The game has 32 ends. You just come back and do it after. You'd be like, oh, okay. And it really lightened the tension because you just know that you can just come back and do it. You can do it again on your own time. And then 2 was a wee bit easier to deal with as well. They made dealing with saving and loading and just running about a wee bit fucking easier. And then they got rid of the time altogether in the third one. Third one was a bit of a shit show as far as development goes, but it was still fun. The third one was way more of just a run about battering the life out of zombies,
which is kind of what I wanted to play.
The third one was mostly based around vehicles because you were just you were in an open town rather than just a mall. Or in the second one you were in the casino grounds or whatever. The third one was here is a small town or a small city, a walled off city. You're here and you've got to get to here and we'll give you a car, and you're just battering the fucking life out of zombies via a car. And then 4 was a big load of shite.
Was it FedEx Questy of the car though? It seems like it'd be really FedEx Questy.
The quest didn't involve driving all that much. They were just you can go and trash all these people in a car if you so want.
Right, let's do it.
The whole thing, it was customizable vehicles.
Yeah.
So you're sitting in there fucking in a wheelchair with 8 flamethrowers on it.
That's cool though. That sounds kind of cool. Especially if there's no time dynamic. Fuck me up. I would let's fucking do this.
It was pretty much just go here when you want to do the next mission. But if anything, it lost a wee bit of its personality when it got rid of the time stuff, which was odd because it was this game would be amazing if it didn't have the time stuff, and then it took the time stuff out. I was like, oh.
We got some late game opinions coming in. Spicy Stepmom saying Forza's better than Gran Turismo. They must have missed the poll. We are
we
so
were going.
Miss it, we are acknowledging that there.
James, you haven't missed it. It's on after this. This is the clip thing's on after this. This is a new segment where we fight over games.
And then Skyrim is better than Fallout.
Skyrim is better than Fallout, which is that's where we ended up.
Yeah, it's
on
fair.
The Skyrim versus Fallout.
But we got to throw it. We do have to throw it to the chat. What do you prefer, guys? Do you prefer the Dead Rising games or do you prefer the Left 4 Dead games? I have to say, you know what I liked about Left 4 Dead though? If I know you didn't want to play with shit heels when in your experience. Yeah. See, if you just had a group of friends though, a group of friends.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good crack just playing Super Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
It's just you and the guys just fucking getting together and just fucking some shit up, just going mass destruction of zombies. It can be.
Well, that's the problem though. With as 2 people in their 30s, I don't have 4 people to I don't know 4 people who have the free time to jump on and play a game at the same time.
Honestly, yeah. No, I totally get that.
I suppose you'd be all right because you could just get people to play with you on here.
That's a risk. You have to really vet
agree to it beforehand. Ask people that you know to play with you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's you have to kind of vet the people because you don't want people coming in just randomly. I've done it before, put randos in the chat and
didn't go well.
It's varied results. Some people I had an amazing time with, great fucking time, would play games with them again, great fucking experiences. And then there's some people you're just kind of I'm not gelling with you as a person, or you've objectively said something awful.
It's God, I wish I had never met you.
It's you just said something very racist or something very offensive, and I did not need that in my feed.
Always the way,
So it's a bit of a catch-22 in that regard when you street.
Yeah.
When you do the stuff with people from the chat. So far, Left 4 Dead leading the way. I know. Ocean did say he kind of favored it for the modability of it, of Left 4 Dead. So just go in.
I didn't know you could mod Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Valve games are very good for modding.
Were they very good for modding, or were they just bad for security?
No, they encouraged it with the exception of what's the game?
Yeah,
Team Fortress.
I get in right at the last second and hit Dead Rising.
Fuck you! You can't do that, you dickhead. Fuck you! That's a tampered poll. The poll is rigged at that point. The poll is rigged at that point.
That's right. We rigged the results here. Fuck Ladius.
Fucking asshole.
You could have done it too.
I didn't though, because I have credibility. But yeah,
we're not the Guinness Book of World Records here. We'll be fine.
I know. But Valve are good out there. They released the Source SDK 2 months after the fucking after Half-Life 2 came out.
Oh yeah, I suppose
So
that's how
they're all 4 people mod.
How people got Gary's mod made.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Never played them, so I can't comment. That's fair. That's fair, Spicy. That's fair. I'd be down for like Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2 any day. One of my favorite games. It's a fucking great game.
Is there ever going to be a Left 4 Dead thrice?
It was rumored, but then the rumor didn't come true or didn't make itself widely known.
The rumor was a big lie.
The rumor was a fucking big lie. It's it's one of those ones. Left 4 Dead as fuck, and never played it online and worked the 4 characters. I still loved it. Valve stopped being twats and making.
What is it with Valve not being able to count to 3 though?
They don't like counting to 3, but they're in the VR shit.
Yeah, they just keep blowing their load on the sequel. Although fuck, I hate Valve games, so I don't really give a shit either.
Yeah. But that's just done our head-to-head segment, which brings us to
dun 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 the bonus.
The big bonusy round.
Bonus.
So do we want to do Skipple first or we want to do the chat first?
Wait, what?
Well, we got a thing. We got the Give Me Your discussion coming soon.
We'll do that afterwards. That's fine.
We're going. So we're doing Skippable then?
We're gonna have a look at some sexy trailers. This is another. I would say I thought last week was the easiest week we'd had.
Hey man, you told me to go easy on them.
I was wrong. This week is the easiest week.
You told me to go easy on them.
Well, we'll want to try and make it fair for people. I think
that's fair.
I would say out of the 10, 9 of them were out this year, or maybe within the last 2 years. So essentially, if you've seen a game in the last 9 months, it's probably one of these games.
Yeah. So guys, what I want you all to do is I want everyone who wants to participate in Skippable Cutscene. But first, I want to explain the rules. The rules are as follows, and this is our last one for this season, by the way. We're moving on to the new system next month.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
We're moving on to the next system next month.
Well, should we just leave it till the end of the year?
So you want to do the end of the year? Let people.
We've only got like 3 more. We'll do it after Christmas.
Okay,
we'll stop
run
after
the season
Christmas.
the end of the year then?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So it's not then, but we're still going to explain the rules anyway. Guys, we want everyone to refresh their browsers or at least refresh their Twitch windows. How it works is that we're going to show you 10 cutscenes. These cutscenes will typically be the intro of games. And the idea behind this is we're going to give you 20 to 10 to 15 seconds, depending on the game, how hard we think the game is, to guess the cutscene. First person to whisper, it's PVG account, this account here, will get 5 points. Second person to whisper the right answer will get 3 points. And the third person to whisper the correct answer will get a point. These points will tally and total will... That's the wrong account they're going to whisper into. You've just confused them.
No, I was just saying whisper.
Just in case. Do not whisper the Cosmic Bacon account.
Yeah, don't whisper to me. I don't care.
Yeah, because it won't be collected. If you want to put your test whispers into me now, put your test whispers in now. But these points are tallied and are collected, and by the end of the year, a winner will be chosen for the glorious player versus player skippable cutscene winners mug.
Yeah,
a mug that you cannot buy, you cannot get anywhere else. We will ship that mug to you anywhere in the world.
A completely one of a kind mug.
Please. Yes, thank you very much, Ocean. Whisper to this account here. Test whispers are coming in as it is. We got Mikey just doing.
Mikey's up on it.
We test one from Mikey. We testables one there. It's very detestable. We test whisper.
Mikey, you're so detestable.
Just so detestable. But guys, we are going to give you 10 more seconds to refresh your Twitch browsers. You can do it with the little button right beside the quality button. If you just highlight the player, give it a double click, it doesn't erase chat or anything. It'll just refresh your player so you don't have any latency on the player.
Yep.
I need Mr. Cosy Bacon to hit the screen on screen button.
Oh my god.
The one right there. Boo. Oh yeah.
If anyone puts their answers in the chat, like James just did, I'm going to come to your house.
If you put your answers in the chat, you're just giving away your answers. It will
set you on fire.
It will not be counted, and you will not get points.
You'll be set on fire. That's what.
You'll be set on fire. Yeah. Now, guys, it's time for skippable cutscene. Are you ready?
We have more. You have more. Is that more tests? We got more test whispers.
We got testicles in there. We got
James, I know you know how to whisper, so you whisper properly.
So you give us a careless whisper on this one.
Give me a little careless whisper.
Just give us a little careless.
No one play the careless whisper thing. I don't want to be subbed.
No, it's fine. I got to get off.
Okay, that's good.
So it can't invade our dreams anymore.
James is asking, how do you whisper?
How do you whisper? If you click 1 second, I'll just put my name.
You just talk more slowly. All your answers count triple points. Tom, if you answer anything right, I'll give you a pound. I'll literally give you an actual pound, like money.
Yeah, he'll give you that. Can you just take that away from me a second? Real estate. I need to have this a bit closer with fucking keyboards so fucking far away.
Just shuffle up.
Got another test whisper for you. Is that? There we go. James got the
Test.
Testing, right, guys? We're gonna launch it. Let's go.
Well done. That was really loud.
Yeah, it was really loud. I know.
Jane, dirty and dangerous.
Dirty, dangerous.
Now, it's something else.
We will play this 3 times, guys. By the way,
slowly at first.
unless we get 3 right answers.
Didn't realize or didn't care and accepted them.
We got 3 answers in. Let me just double check the answers here on this one. We've got 3 right answers. 4 right answers.
4 right answers.
4 right answers. Sadly, this
Mikey just missed out on that one.
Mikey just missed out, but Ocean, being the ocean color scene man he is, he just came in with the first set of points.
He's as deep as an ocean.
He's deep as an ocean. His knowledge is vast and unrelenting. But yes, it looks like what it's broken down to is that it was first Ocean who got it right, then Dean, and then James. So we have
and then Mikey coming in fourth.
Mikey coming in fourth, which is just, you got the quicker those answers come in, guys, the faster. But we know this is gonna be like a lightning round because these are
these are
easy.
all really, really easy.
You have to be shooting from
none of these trailers will be hand tie shit.
Video game knowledge, deep as an ocean. Anything else, fucking shallow as a puddle. Let's go in for our next one, though, guys.
That's alright. At least you're good at something.
Oh man, I would love to play this again.
What has become of my city?
Or sorry,
What has become of its heroes?
Wink.
Its villains?
We got 2 answers so far. 3 answers so far.
How do I turn back the darkness?
Got 4 answers so far. I haven't checked them yet. We're gonna wait to double check them first. Okay, let's double check those answers, guys. We have 1 with 2 answers, and we have 1 correct answer. Let me just double check to see the second set of answers here.
James, you're wrong.
We have 1 right answer so far, guys. We have. Let me just pull it back here a wee second. So we're gonna play it again. We're going to play it back again. Let's see if we can get some more answers in here. Oh, we got another one in from Dean.
It's
Dean
some
is coming in with...
What
Sadly, Dean, you got the wrong answer, my friend.
What has become of its heroes?
A lot of people are thinking that particular one.
A lot of people are putting in...
I think people are just putting in the word Marvel, hoping that it might be right.
You know what? Didn't think this was going to be as hard as it was.
It's because Wolverine's in there.
Yeah. Did I do a whoopsie on that?
Yeah, it's a really bad looking version of Miles Morales. There's no exaggerated swagger in here though.
So far we only had 1 right answer. This is our final. Should we do it for a 4th time? Should we give it a fourth run through?
Yeah.
We'll give it a 4th run through. We'll give it a 4th
Of
one.
its heroes?
Guys, we can confirm this is not a generic Marvel game. I'm going to give you a little clue. It's not
a
generic.
It's a character specific game.
A character specific game.
Darkness.
The character is so specific that he features the most in the trailer that we're showing you right now. I'm gonna give it another go here.
That's like 5.
That was 4. That was our 3rd one.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
I know what it is. You know what it is? Whisper is spicy.
Whisper.
What has become of my city?
2. There's
Oh,
2.
James came in with the right answer.
Of its heroes?
Coming in with a quick Google.
A quick
Google search.
A Google's acceptable. A Google is acceptable.
Dean,
You gotta be more specific. There's like
a little bit more specific.
A little bit more specific, my friend.
On my honor, I did not Google. That's what they all say.
It's not Miles Morales.
Not Miles Morales.
If the Miles Morales graphics were that,
if it looked like that, they'd have some explaining to do.
So we're gonna have to forfeit the 1 point. Do you want to tell our
It
was
was
what it was?
Spider-Man. No, it was Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
Web of Shadows. It was the PS
was
free
a
/ Xbox 360 game.
It was a 360 juggernaut of Spider-Man gaming.
Amazing game that
Gamingness.
kind of
It was
played
pretty
into
good.
played into the
Gary coming in just well. Give her the last one. She was the only other one to get it right.
Could be a delay there. There could be a minor delay there, but but next time we won't give the point away. Gotta be fair.
Well, that's
because
true.
We did say what it was, and then
Yeah.
the answer came in. But yes, it was great because it had the mechanics of like the light and dark side, sort of like good versus evil.
Yeah, it was
a Spider-Man game.
It was pretty good use of the Venom suit.
Yeah,
for once,
which was great.
Which really hasn't came back much since.
We're going to go into our next game though.
Our third game.
Our third game. Yes.
Is this the 10-pointer?
It is the 10-pointer. I will be shocked if anyone gets this. And
I think if Mikey's here, he might get it.
And Tom is a bit behind or drunk because he just answered the previous game there now. Nope, Dean, sorry, you're wrong answer. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to type out wrong answer just so people get their get their frame of reference fast. Oh man, nope.
Nope. This is the 10-pointer, yeah.
This is the 10-pointer. I don't think it's ever been under that name, has it?
The 10-pointer. Nope. I don't know what that is. And that's one name. That's it.
It's one name. Okay. This is the difficult one.
I'll give you the hint. This is a PS2 title.
Oh, fuck! I'm behind. Let me refresh. We give.
It's not Lord of the Rings shit.
It's not Lord of the Rings shit. This one's a difficult one.
Yeah. This is the hard one.
This is the hard one. That's why it's worth the 10 points.
Yeah. This is the one hard one. We all have a real hard on right now because it's so hard.
I don't think anyone's going to get it.
The people of Rome were exhausted, continually defending her from hostile neighbors.
Oh, do we do a fourth or do we...
Give him one more.
We'll give him one more.
Give him one more. And this is your last one. This is your last one.
Last one, guys. It's based in Rome. Big clue there.
There's a lot of shadows.
Oh, holy shit!
We got one right answer. We got one.
We got right answer here.
One.
Oh
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got two right answers.
Two right answers.
We got two right answers. What does the second person get for answering the 10-pointer? Is it 5?
We give them 6. Double pointers.
Oh.
It's a double pointer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We'll give them 6 the cheekiest. Oh, sadly the wrong answer from...
It's pretty close though.
So close though, yeah. So fucking close, but sadly the wrong answer. You know, but he's a real winner though because he's piss drunk.
James is not the real winner. Tom is the real winner because he's drunk.
Like, Tom is, that's what I said. He's piss drunk, so that's why he's the winner.
They done well though because it was a great game.
Yeah.
Well,
I like that little bit of spicy game knowledge you just put in the Whisper there as well. Capcom's attempt to court the Western market.
Whispering that hot, sweet knowledge.
I like that. I like James.
Are we doing any more, or is that it?
Is that it?
No, man. Like, are we doing any more turns at that one?
Oh no, I think we have to give it.
Well, you go, Hanny in the chat.
Hanny, how you? You keeping well? You're looking well. Look at that.
We don't even know that because we can't see it, but we can based on previous knowledge.
Yep. Oh, my shit.
A pineapple and olive pizza coming. Jesus Christ, he must be fucking drunk.
What is that taste flavor profile going to be like?
That is just some salt and some sweet.
Salt and sweet, man. We're going into the next game, though.
Oh, it was Shadow of Rome, by the way. We didn't say what it was.
Oh, Shadow of Rome. Sorry.
Yeah, it was
Shadow of Rome.
Yeah, it was PS2 PS2 action adventure Roman gladiator game, Shadow of Rome.
This one is an interesting one. We'll see if people recognize it.
It looks nothing like the game.
Still the intro cutscene.
Yeah. A game that I'm pretty sure we have played.
Oh, we got a right answer?
Yeah.
We got a right answer.
Pretty sure we played this on stream.
Yeah, I've played it several times on stream. Yeah. Quite regularly on stream, actually. 2 right answers. We got 2 right answers. James and Ocean coming in with those answers of a right nature.
Those correct answers.
I fucking love that game as well, man.
People are also having a sub chat about pineapple pizza.
I'm noticing that there. I could get on with that pineapple and olive pizza, I'm not gonna lie. Lone Wolf wants that pineapple and olives in his life. You know what, I'd like to get a bit of a bum rap. I'm an anchovy man. I like an anchovy.
Anchovies are fine.
I like anchovies.
I'm okay with pineapple pizza, to be honest.
Not too sweet for me. Just too sweet for me. But I like an anchovy though. We got our answer for you.
That is some kind of weird Hellscape.
What is it? Sorry, I didn't get to read that. I know it's gonna be some sort of sarc here. What did he just say? Part of Blizzard's enduring attempt to not be fucking shit. Can I get on? You can get on pizza you want. You can get on pizza you want. This is our last playthrough of this specific skippable trailer, guys. What does that say? Reign of
Uncles. Oh, because she's like leaving Uncle.
Oh, right.
So this is the Addams Family game.
It's the Addams Family game. Pineapple, the dessert pizza is legit, though. So why not put it in a savory one?
I guess.
It's just paper's flavor profiles, I guess.
As far as I remember, I have had that pineapple and olive pizza before because I think he got it to our house at one point and it was okay.
Oh, okay. So
did we only have 2 right answers for that?
We have 2 right answers, and
I thought that would have been a bit more. I suppose like the cutscene doesn't necessarily look like any of the rest of the game.
No, but it does involve the characters, and it's something you see right before you play the game.
That's
like
true.
as you start the game.
Will we give extra time or we just?
Do you want to give a 4th run of it?
I mean, if they haven't got it by now, they're not getting it. But I don't know, maybe put it one more time.
We'll put one more time.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe if they want to court a devil or 2, they might find out what it is.
Oh, it's looking pretty hellish in here.
It
Like
looks pretty hellish. Maybe if they court a devil.
some kind of Spanish man.
Leave it, Uncle. It's not important.
Who is it? Who is it?
It is not Final Fantasy VII.
It is absolutely Final Fantasy VII. That is the correct answer.
That is the wrong answer. He is lying to you right now.
I can't lie. I don't know how. Stab my cry. Yep.
Why is the uncle touching constantly happening?
Because he says uncle,
Oh,
or
right.
she says uncle.
Oh,
Right,
I
that was
forgot.
like 5 goes. It was Diablo 3. It was
Diablo 3. The uncle does survive that
Yeah.
meteor hell strike.
It was the Diablo.
Like
3.
he gets hit by a hellfire of meteor nature and still survives it.
It was the 3rd Diablo.
7 remake part 2. That's part 2 of the 7.
Yeah.
remake.
Okay. Yeah. That's the girl band from 10-2.
Yeah.
It's the da-da-da-da.
We got round 5 coming though.
Oh my god.
What are you in round 5?
I think he said Ran 5, like a Ranfer.
The audio in this is terrible.
It's a bit low. People should get it after this ass shot.
Yeah, this ass shot is
Very gratuitous.
yeah.
Bam.
We got 2 right answers in so far.
two
Ocean
right
and
answers.
James coming in with the right answers.
We're taking abbreviations, so you don't have to spell out the whole thing.
Yeah, we don't want abbreviations. That Sheva Olimar's bum shot is something else.
Nobody got the other one we put in like a week ago, so it just goes to show that one just wasn't great.
Yeah.
Welcome to Africa.
People did not play that specific one.
I didn't think Dragon Age Inquisition took place in Africa, but there you go.
It's weird. We're gonna give it another run. We got one more.
I mean,
guess.
like it literally says his name in it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to give it to Mikey. Mikey came off the.
Mikey in there. That 3rd one. Oh, went. Oh shit!
Shit! Get your answers in quickly.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It was Resident Evil number 5.
The
The fifth Resident Evil game.
I haven't even played the trailer. It's already
For fuck's sake!
already
2 people already with the right answer.
God damn it!
It was on for like a frame.
It wasn't even a second. We got 2 right answers.
You
on
know
that
what?
one.
It was probably the music.
That music is iconic.
Yeah, the little da-da-da. And yes, it has a distinctive palette. It does.
Oh god! Right? Oh my god!
It's been completely answered correctly.
It's
And
been
it hasn't even
answered
played
correctly
yet.
by 3 different people.
Fuck's sake!
That is wild.
2 5s back to back. That was Resident Evil 5, and the next one is Persona 5, which has already been fucking guessed by everyone.
That is incredible. I gotta give it to the chat. Not even a single second of the footage.
People
and
just-
suddenly it's like Persona 5.
People
it just
just-
shows you how
yeah.
much people love Persona 5.
They just heard that little da-da-da, and that's
this
it.
is the trailer that I have the least amount of time on as well. Like the least amount of actual.
Oh, yeah. You don't need it.
You
Like,
don't need it. You just need.
that was crazy.
The music's so good in this though.
So much bass. Is it Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royale?
Nah, I just went with 5. I wasn't going to be that pedantic.
I would trick you all. It's actually Royale. Nobody got it right.
Just what I was going to add. That was the original intro, not Royale. True. We weren't going to go pedantic with it though. I mean, it is the original intro, but
Yeah.
if someone had said Royale to me, I wasn't going to like disqualify.
Be
it.
like, no, you get
Like,
out.
I'm not
and, then
gonna be
they
that
were,
guy.
and then they were banned.
It's Dragon Age Inquisition trailer that was never released.
Yeah.
It's all about Cheval and March Bomb.
I'd play a game about that.
Yeah, same. Let's play the next one. Let's see if they get it in this fucking like lightning speed round. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. People are going to have they're going to have trouble spelling this.
I will
And
accept
that's what's going to hold. That's what's going to hold them up. They'll be like, "Oh fuck."
I will expect. You know what? That was dangerous, but I give it to him. Like he went full title. We got 2 right answers.
Yeah.
Dangerous, but he still managed to snag the full points. Like, because of course he is fucking Ocean.
You're right. You're gonna have to pause it. You're gonna have to pause it. There we go.
We got 2 right answers so far.
Yep. Another easy one.
I would say easy enough, but for people who are maybe not into that style of game, maybe not so much.
Maybe so.
We'll play free. We got 2 more play frees of it before we give it up.
Well, we only need one more right answer, and then we can move on. Or we will move on.
Yeah, 1 more right answer. We're moving on to the next game.
He looks like some kind of dark soul. I don't know.
He looks like a soul that's been has had dark aspersions cast on it.
Gaijin Samurai 2020. No, this is not Neo, because he was Irish. Remember?
No. Yeah, he wasn't he? That was weird. No,
he
the villain was Irish.
He was in Neo. The main character was literally
I thought he was
Irish.
a villain. Sorry.
No, he was a guy from Dublin. He was like, "What the boat you fucking Dublin? A fucking ninja, you cunt." Right, we got one more play. That's
More
really, I
playthrough.
really expected more than 2 people to get this one. Like,
I want to wash his head off the ash or something. I mean,
I wonder if he's died more than once.
I wonder if he's died maybe at least twice.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Really couldn't make it any easier. Like,
No, you really could.
if we tried.
I mean, I wonder if his name's Sekiro.
I don't know. But if no one
Oh
gets
my god, really?
if no one gets it now, then that's
Really?
you got 10 seconds, or we're just moving on.
I'm giving it 10 seconds after that.
Oh wait, someone answered. What we get?
I don't know if that was cheating or not. They could have just given the answer away. God, that one.
Yeah, it's hard to give anyone points after you just literally said the name.
To be fair, right? To be fair, I done that on purpose because I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, it was Sekiro. Shadows die twice. Expected people to get that a little bit quicker. Like,
I wonder if his name was Sekiro. The game was Dark Souls 2, by the way, chat.
yeah.
I would have laughed my balls off if we had done that.
I knew that was Demon Souls.
This one might fool people.
We'll get like the order wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can stand in its path.
We got an answer. We got 2. We got free. Got.
I wonder if James is like a joke one.
We got 2 right answers, and then wrong answers.
It's not 38 either. There you go.
There we go. 3 right answers. Got 3 right answers.
38 is such a great game though.
Freddy's was fun though. Freddy's fantastic. God damn it.
Tom coming in with 2 towers, which is wrong.
Which is very wrong.
Which is wrong.
Good game though, but wrong.
Great game, but wrong.
Just got to let him know, just in case he's on delay. I always feel awkward if they're on delay and they haven't heard back me.
Yeah.
Went through them all, but it's Shadow. It was Shadow of.
Delay my dick.
Delay
He's
my
just, he's
dick.
just wrong then.
It's just wrong. Then. It's the second last game.
Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. It's breathing.
2 right answers so far.
It's Horizon Zero Dawn.
Shut up.
Shit.
Don't tell me the fucking name.
Don't tell. Sorry.
Oh, we got 3 right answers. 3 right answers.
Journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories.
We don't need to.
Yes, it was. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
I feel like him going to alluding to the joke cost him the
Yeah.
point.
Maybe so, but yeah, that was. I think it was 3 people already got it right.
People
Hellblade.
got right. We don't take spell mistakes as bad
Yeah.
things. I'm not going to make oh you missed an E.
You
as
missed
it
an
does-
E, you bitch. Because neither of us can spell either, so it's fine.
I mean, I definitely
Yeah.
can't spell.
That was Hellblade. Was it Senua's?
Senua's Sacrifice.
Senua's Sacrifice.
Great game. Played it this year for the first time.
Senua's. That's where you.
And I
Put
am
those together.
very for the sequel. I am
Ooh.
all for the sequel. I want people to rub the dirty sequel in my face.
Are you simping for that sequel?
I am simping for that
Yes,
sequel.
the name is Hellblade. I can't pronounce the chick's name.
Senua?
Sacrifice. That's what the full title is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Last one, no. This one should be easy enough, I think.
Maybe.
I think. Oh, no, maybe it won't be.
Freedom. Take our faith. We will not let them. Sheriff, come on, hold on.
One right answer so far. Jesus Christ.
2 right answers.
2 right answers.
There will be no more suffering.
2 right answers so far.
I have a warrant issued for your arrest.
Just waiting for someone to say it. Last 2.
Of kidnapping and intent to harm. Now I want you to step forward and keep your hands where I can see them.
That is Senua's Sacrifice. Sorry.
Take our guns.
Oh.
Take our freedom.
Far Cry. Fuck, can't remember which number. Sadly, I'm going to have to give it to Dean on that one because he gave us the right number. Oh, numbers are so important.
Well, that was the correct number. It was Far Cry. Fuck, I can't remember what number this is.
That is a very specific number. That's not right.
Oh, Mikey coming in with a
30 is the
30 Age is a fucking great Lord of the Rings game. Fucking love that game.
On the suspicion of kidnapping.
Mikey coming in with a late answer,
bug
but
guy
a,
correcting herself way too late
a
though.
late correct answer.
A late correction.
Yeah,
A late correction.
it's Far Cry the 5th.
Far Cry the 5th. Guys,
The
that
5th
is
Far Cry.
that is this week's
Five
skippable
Far
cutscene.
Cries. That
So
was
easy.
That was the easy. It was so easy that every one of them was answered, but not all of the points were given away.
Not all the points were given away, but all were answered, which is always good.
Yeah.
We're going to be. Honestly, Ocean's pulling away with this. He's pulling away.
Well, wait, we'll tell you what. Well, I'll blind him so he
You'll
can't.
blind him?
I'll blind him so he can't see any of the trailers. I'll find out where he lives and then just fucking blind him.
You know what? We could do something though. We could maybe throw a little bit of a.
Just delete all his answers. There
No,
you go.
I got an
No.
idea. Got an idea. How about if he makes it to the end, he can double or nothing, get 2 mugs, but he has to do the super hard version, and he has to get at least half the answers right.
We don't have 2 mugs.
We will get him 2 mugs.
I have to pay for
2 of the
these.
same mug.
Who's paying for these mugs?
I will.
Okay.
If he wins it by the end, we'll have to do double or nothing. We'll do an ocean penetrable one. He has to get
Oh my god! Oh my god!
half the answers right.
I could do
if
some-
if he's down for it, and then
Yeah.
get 2 mugs.
I could do some fucking deep cuts. Like we'll see.
Yeah, we could do some deep fucking cuts. Like I'm fine with the one mug. He's like, no, I'm taking that mug.
Just take that one. Take that
Taking
one.
that
mug.
one mug.
No,
You
we're
want
not gonna.
flowers?
We're not gonna delete all your answers. It's
We're
fine.
not going to delete your answers. No,
We'll only
that's
delete
rude.
some of them.
We're going to delete at least 10 of them.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
We'll one entire week. So who were the stand-ins for that one then?
Standards for that one was Ocean, followed by James, then followed by Dean. So our top 3 contenders in that one were Ocean, James, and Dean.
James Dean.
James Dean. I didn't mean it to sound like that, if I'm honest.
Ocean's James Dean.
Ocean's James Dean, yes. You want to fire us over to the previous one, so the second button?
This guy?
No, that
This
one.
guy?
Yeah.
Pachow.
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 Did I not hit that right?
You did.
There we are.
You did hit it right. You're fine. But guys, where's the background music? So yeah, that was skippable cutscene for the week. That was good shit.
Can you get away with just playing Persona 5 music? Because that would be pretty good.
If there's a Spotify for it, then yeah. Because like now that you said, like I wonder if it's on Spotify.
Oh.
Oh shit! Oh wait, no, this is all from various artists. This is like a playlist. I can't trust it.
God damn it.
You can't trust it. See, it's one of those things. If it had been like,
well, what's that? Beneath the Mask from Persona 5. That looks like it could be an actual.
No, it's like it's so.
God.
You would need like an official OST. That I would be happy if the official.
Oh wait,
OST.
hold on. What's that?
What?
Personified. What's that?
I don't know it. That artwork doesn't.
God fucking shit.
As
Stupid
much
Twitch.
as much as I would love to, we would need to verify the OST soundtrack.
Can you just
before we go
YouTube
in.
it?
Probably, but like it's a lot of fucking around. We can get it for next week though.
We'll work it out.
You know. But yeah, Persona 5. There's loads of covers on Spotify, but the fact is that we don't own the rights to those covers.
Also, who wants to listen to covers?
You know, we have to always think about the DMCI things. We don't.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I have the version of it that came with the soundtrack. So I suppose you could say that we own the soundtrack, so you could.
Whatever. It does have a banging soundtrack though. I'd prefer to get like the ones that were definitively in the game from the actual developer though, because those will be covered.
It's true.
Under Twitch and not be affected by a bunch of shit with the RIA.
I'm gonna go for a part 3P.
Is this your time for the big pizzles?
We'll
talk about the game of the year.
I'm going for a big pizzle.
Yeah, you big pizzle. You can hang them on the.
Hang them there.
You keep them warm for me. You're just being restrictive at this point. Just set them there. There, see how that worked? Where the hell are you going? Why are you bringing... Oh, your kimono.
It's like a cape.
Yeah, it's like a cape, actually, yeah. We'll see you in a sec. We'll see you in a second. Wow, I did not put that on right at all. Yeah, you don't own the broadcast rights for one to see. That's 100% their case. Yeah, that's where we go. That's where we use a lot of the music use. And a lot of music we had the transition using is like a lot of the stuff that is copyright free, or we have licenses for. Like I have licenses for the music we use for everything now. So that's why we're able to use what we're using. So I would say it's quite chill. I think I've just lowered the volume on my headset. There it is. But yeah. He's going to take a piss. Then we're going to talk about the Game of the Year stuff, guys, that we're going to get into. We don't have the Game of the Year results for today. We're just going to discuss maybe loosely with the ideas what we're going to do for it and whatnot. Because obviously it's obviously the end of the year. We got opinions on games. We're going to talk about those games. Pretty I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I have some ideas. I want to see what his ideas are. He has probably like some great ideas as well. But yeah, we're going to be talking about some Game of the Year stuff. But yeah, I can spend half an hour talking about Lawrence Fishburne's chair in Event Horizon. I mean, if you want, we could do that. That's certainly. I don't know how that factors in Game of the Year. Like, what was Lawrence Fishburne specifically in the chair when he was playing the Game of the Year? Was that a thing? Was that a factor? Because I'd be pretty into that. Was that also a terrifying movie at one point? Chair of the Year award, yeah. The chair. You know what? Know what I'd give chair of the year? Not this fucking chair I'm in right now. It's fucking shit. I need to get a new chair. But yeah, we could talk about the chair of the year award. We'll float the idea to Cosmic when he's back in here in a second. We'll see how he feels about it. See how he gets down. How do you feel about the chair of the year award?
Chair of the year?
Yeah, like specifically is brought up like Lawrence Fishburne's chair in Event Horizon.
Oh shit. To be fair, that is like a proper movie chair. Like it's so impractical and shite that it could actually win. Like,
could it win?
I think it could win. What would its competitors be though?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like this is some. Sorry, I just saw some like fucking weapons grade shade thrown into the fucking chat there. One second, I address this. Deadly Premonition 2 does count as a good idea for the Game of the Year. You don't get to decide that. We get to decide that. Don't you think that that's not up for consideration?
I don't think I put it in there for Game of the Year.
I'm putting it in there for consideration, of course.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't really want to give away our answers because
That's why I'm saying consideration.
Yeah, we'll do stuff for it. I would consider. Well, fuck, Like a Dragon's going right in there, like 100%.
So this year, do you see if this year, like just out of curiosity, because this is kind of stuff that we haven't really got into too much, but just tentatively, are we looking to give like one definitive answer, or do we want to give ourselves? Do we want to provide our own? Because obviously, if our own experiences, it's not necessarily.
No, I think it would be one each. It wouldn't be one
Yeah.
altogether because like I played different games from you played, and
Yeah.
you played different games from I played. So
Yeah, that's fair. I was just curious, but like, do we have like, do you have, just out of curiosity, do you have like a set amount of categories, or is it just the one? Like I'm thinking like 4 or 5, or like best, you know.
I suppose we could do a few, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't want to be, like, here's 32 categories.
Oh Jesus Christ, no! We're not
maybe
the Academy.
maybe like
Jesus
5,
fucking
but
Christ.
like 5
Yeah.
very basic ones, like
Yeah.
not basic, but like vague ones, like
5 ones that encompass what we think makes games good,
Yeah.
rather than going into the stupid minutia.
maybe 4 good ones and 1 bad one. So like 4, like best whatever, best whatever,
like-
best whatever, and then worst.
Yeah, worst game of the year, best game of the year, best game
Yeah.
of we could do the Jab Bomb thing as best game from 2019 we played in 2020.
Yeah, I like doing that as well because some of the games,
You
sure,
just don't get
like
into them sometimes.
Monster Hunter is years old at this point. I
Yeah.
just played it this year.
Yeah,
I was like, this is fucking great.
it's like best game you played this year from previous year. You know,
that
we might
could,
do
yeah,
shit
that
like
could be one.
I'm just getting a reaction from a. Yeah.
Ooh.
Shush.
God. There are more games in the Deadly Premonition series than there are frames. Frames per second in Deadly Premonition 2.
Hey, they managed to get the skateboard mechanics. Of
They
Deadly
got
Premonition
a
2
silky,
to a solid 12 frames
like
per
a
second.
silky smooth 15 frames a second game, like in the
That
year
was-
2020.
That was that was pushing. You know what the problem was, man? Right? Deadly Premonition 2 was capable of so much more, but they were just limited by the Switch's hardware.
I blame the Switch, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame
Well,
the Switch.
no one told them to release the fucking thing on the Switch. They could have released it on anything and it would have been fine. They chose.
They got that Nintendo money though.
They chose to.
They got that Nintendo money, yo.
Wasn't worth it.
It was so worth it.
I mean, I watched you play a bit of it.
Right.
And like I was here for you playing some of it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, some of this looks really entertaining. And then about 20 minutes later, I was like, fuck me, how long has this cutscene been going on for? What is happening here?
I watched me play all of it.
Right, you watched yourself play all of it?
Yeah, you wanna know why? Because it was me who was playing it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right. That's nice.
So Tom's asking us to break down the segment for him. So like,
Sorry, James is throwing some like coder shade at me here. So I designed a 3D model with a picket fence that has too many pickets in it, and now he's angry at me.
right, okay.
Fuck's sake. Sorry, I'll just remove all the fences from the game then. That'll just be photos of us. That's it. Just be like a house, and then just outside there's just a photo of us instead of a fence.
Yeah.
Maybe that is why you don't see a lot of picket fences in games. I don't fucking know. I don't know enough.
No, never died.
I'm just here making stuff in 3D.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, you were quite impressed by Spider-Man's costume yesterday. The way it managed to go like 15 frames a second inside.
That was so fucking cool.
With that one costume specifically to match the frame rate of the movie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was odd. Like the game was running at like 30. Well, because we were playing on that weird.
We're playing on
like, we were playing it on the 30 frames a second option, but the costume, like the suit, was only moving at I'd say 12, so it looked like it was breaking, but it looked great.
Yeah,
It
it
was
looked
like,
really.
this
It
looks
looked so strange.
Oh, that was sarcasm. Okay, I see. That's fine. If you want us to know that it's sarcasm, every time you write a message, you have to give us 10 bits.
You know what? He done that and then straight up cap at you, and it's like you fucking know what it is. You
knows.
fucking put a kappa in there.
He knows. I'm just trying to get bits out of him.
Jesus.
You have to give me £2 for every time you want me to think you're being sarcastic. There you go. I'll tell you,
Statement, like,
without a shadow of a doubt, I already know what my worst game of the year is.
what's up?
Are we not waiting?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
Yeah. I sure. I'll
It's
just
just my
say-
normal reaction.
I'll just say now, and no one will come watch the video because they already know all the answers.
It's just a rudimentary reaction. Like when you say something, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna want to know the
Yeah,
answer.
unless I play something that I really hate in the next 8 days or whatever,
I-
I already know my answer.
Okay, I think I already know your answer too.
Yeah, it's the only game this year that I actively sought a refund for.
You've done that quite a few times for quite a few games.
I think
in
I've-
general,
I
like
think
I'm aware
I think I have looked for 3 refunds for
I
a
have.
game in my life.
I know
and
Divinity
two
was
of
definitely
them,
one of them.
two of them were Divinity. One of them was Divinity 1 and the other one was Divinity 2.
And I know you like give like some like nice feedback.
I
Like,
cou-
you,
I,
you felt so guilty about it.
I give them like 2 huge paragraphs of why I just couldn't do it. I was like, I just don't like this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But they were so expensive though, because like I bought them like right as they came out.
Yeah.
So it was like 55, 60 quid. I was like, I can tell you right now that after, like a half an hour or whatever, I'll never play this again. Like I
Yeah.
just don't like your setup.
Your systems just don't do it for me.
It's just not how I like playing games.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna play this. Can I have my money back? You're all wonderful though. Don't worry about it. Because I mean, like those games made a fortune and everybody loves them. But
yeah, and they're like currently like in the middle of like developing Baldur's Gate 3 now. So like I mean, it's not like they haven't.
Oh, okay, right.
Like so, it shows that they're still out and about and providing a new product. So like they're still going well.
Yes, I would. If we're ever forced to buy copies of our own game to inflate sales, James, I will ask for a refund on that.
Just specifics like fuck you, I want my refund.
It's like you gotta make it look good. You gotta buy copies of it. It's like, right, well, I'll be reimbursed in mere minutes.
Yeah, it's like,
oh no, fucking Yakuza 7, that's going down. It's like,
it's in the contention for the game of the year.
if 2019 was a big cake, it's on the top tier. It's the top tier of a cake.
I'm trying to think what putting my favorite game of the year is going to be hard.
Too many or not enough?
Not. I've got a feeling that the game that could take game of the year for me probably won't get played till 2021. Not those.
Is it the one that I ordered the other day?
Yes.
Okay. Right, yeah.
And it's one of those ones where I don't think I'll get to it the next year, so I'll probably end up at next year's like.
Yeah. See, that's a fair point. If mine turns up when it's supposed to,
Yeah.
that could be. I will play it. I think before we do our actual kind of like final calculations,
Yeah.
because they're releasing it maybe slightly too close to the end of the year to call it really, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I mean, do we want to give a tentative date when we think we'll do the game of the year stuff?
Absolutely, some point before Christmas.
Really, before Christmas? I was thinking maybe do it on
after Christmas.
I was thinking maybe.
I don't know.
I was thinking maybe we'll do it on the Boxing Day because we did confirm last night.
That's right.
We're
Yeah,
going to do a Boxing Day show despite the fact it's Boxing Day.
I suppose so. Then we could probably just do a best of the year.
It's still the end of the year and
game,
not the
game
next
of the year, best of the year segment. Yeah, I guess we could just do that. We'll do it Boxing Day then.
So could we do it Boxing? Because we talked about it last night because it was something that we were discussing and I was saying like I didn't want to suggest doing a podcast on a Saturday night on Boxing Day.
And then I was like, here, let's do a Boxing Day.
And I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. I was totally up for it.
Right,
but I didn't want to be that guy, if you know what I mean. That like made other people feel like they should do something like content creation.
It's like you have to work.
On a holiday.
You have to work. It's a holiday. You have to work.
Yeah, but suppose I would have felt guilty about that there. But
no,
like,
I'm fine with it.
But like this Christmas is going to be weird. A lot of people are not going to maybe spend time with their families because the reality is that. COVID's not necessarily helpful for big family gatherings.
Yeah,
so people might be a little bit more housebound into themselves. So we are going to do our best to try and keep people company on what is probably going to be one of the loneliest Christmases widespread for quite some time.
Yeah, so we'll be here on Boxing Day ready to fill your stockings with our fluids.
Yes.
Or our presents, our little presents.
You'll be able to tell us like what games did Santa bring you.
What games Santa bring you?
Give us like we'll have a little. Have a little bit of a Christmas themed episode if we can.
We'll both be dressed as Santa, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Last time I did that though, I have a terrible habit of having exploding pants as Santa. Remember the last time I was dressed up as Santa, my pants exploded?
I do not remember that.
There's literally video footage of you watching me my pants explode.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have amnesia.
You really do.
Is there still video? Is this video
Probably
still exist
on the internet?
Right, we're gonna have to. We'll hunt that out, and then I'll see it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But off the top of my head, no, I do not remember.
It was really weird. I was playing Outlast in a Santa costume.
Where was it?
In my old gaff.
Right, like downstairs.
Yes.
Right. It's starting to. It's coming back a bit to me now. Actually, is that when like your sofa was still up against the wall and the TV was in like the middle of the room before you kind of got the desk and stuff sorted out?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was before we had like the full PC rig and stuff.
Yeah. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I'll hunt that out. I will. If anyone can hunt that out, you go ahead.
I'm worried. I'm only one worried. Cyberpunk looks kind of lame, like all the immersive Sims.
I don't know. I kind of stopped watching videos about it a long time
ago.
Stopped
watching videos
just
because
I wanted it all kind of be very new. But then again, like The Witcher 3, I was not a fan of. I like 1 and 2, but there was just something about 3 kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and
it could end up you not like it. You might not like it. I mean,
I know it's I get it's one of it's always one of those things where those like immersive sim games are like, right, we're going to give you so much to do that it like kind of it tips back into like I have so much to do now that I don't know what I want to do, or if I should be bothered doing anything, or you just do the main story. Or I don't fucking know. So we'll see.
I love that comment.
Oh yeah.
Just like I love how you're just the whole like concept
Yeah.
of the North Pole.
I'll be the North Pole. Yeah.
I don't know if he means like a rigid pole or like just a bunch of snow.
Just like I just dressed up as a pole, or just like a white thing in the background, like an arm coming out.
So at one point I'm having to have to stand or you're stand beside you.
I was actually going to bring Santa hats down tonight, but I figured it was a wee bit too early.
We're not out of November yet.
We're not in. Yeah, we're not even.
We're not out of November yet.
In December yet. So
give it 2 days and we'll be out of November.
Yeah. What happened to this month? Like,
I'm okay with it because I haven't been paid since the end of last month, and I need paid, and that doesn't happen to Monday.
Okay, right. Well,
I wouldn't mind some money to buy groceries.
That would help. Yep.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not lacking for food or anything, but you know, just that comfort of knowing. Like, put it this way: the start of the month was when the PC shot itself, so I dumped 200 fucking bucks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like that, I just didn't have
Naughty PC.
realistically going for me, making sure we could still do this fucking shit, and I've somehow managed to survive the month pretty okay. And it's one of those ones where I know if I had that extra 200 bucks though, I'd be well more off. I'd be in better position right now.
That's accurate. I
Yeah.
can see that.
I swear, like Assassin's Creed came out like yesterday. It was 18 to Jesus. It felt
I
like only
know.
last week for me, but that's because I only got the PS5 realistically last week.
Yeah, I think I can say now that I am perfectly happy just not playing any more Assassin's Creed games. I think I've missed the last 2 now, and I was like, even the last one I played, which was what was the Egypt one? Origins. I was like, nah, I'm all right. I'm done.
That's fair.
And then I actually went back and started Syndicate again. It was like, I like this better than Origins. I still don't really like it all that much. I feel like they're kind of their initial goal, or like, you know, their what they wanted to do with those games just kind of got like eroded a long time ago.
I feel like how's your PS5 ownership going? It's going really well.
He owns it. It's over there.
I own it. I'm enjoying. Astros was like a fun tech demo. Really like give off like the adaptive triggers. Like really showcased them quite well. Kind of made me like really fall in love with the controller as a whole.
And then no other game uses it yet.
No other game I've played uses it yet though. That's the only shame. Maybe it's like apparently Call of Duty does, but like I'm not playing
Who the fuck wants to play Call of Duty?
You know, been playing Assassin's Creed. I've enjoying that there. We checked out some of the Spider-Man stuff last night.
Yeah,
looked really nice. Looks really fucking sleek.
Looks like a PS4 game.
I probably, when I go to play that, will probably play it in 60 frames a second version because like I just want those frames.
But it cuts out all of the new things.
Don't get me wrong. They look nice. Like the reflections look nice, but I think it's absurd that the games. I guess it's because of the limitation that they've made. They're still like the Miles Morales is out in PS4 as well, so it's probably based on that architecture.
Yeah.
But I just find it absurd that with all that hardware inside that, it can't do ray tracing and 60 frames on fucking 4K or with enhanced textures. That's crazy.
Well, it may not be anything to do with the PS4. It might just be to do with the game instead.
That's the thing.
It is something they probably could maybe patch in at one point, because I've seen 1 or 2 games I've already done it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like at that point, I'd like playing a game at 30 frames a second and 60 frames a second.
For me, it makes a difference.
It doesn't matter at all. Like unless it's a first-person shooter or something where you literally need like.
I feel like a Spider-Man game
really,
frames count.
Really doesn't matter.
I feel like combat games, like, anytime where like I feel like frames do count.
It's not like when you were playing the PS4 one. You're like, oh, if only if this was in 60 frames a second, it would be.
Yeah, but
twice
like,
the game.
But playing stuff in 60 frames a second does feel nicer though. Yeah. Like when you went from 30 to 60, it does feel nicer. Like it feels fluid.
Most of the time, it's. You can barely tell the difference. Like,
I mean,
it very rarely matters, and on a game like that, it doesn't matter at all because it wasn't designed with 60 frames a second in mind. It's just an extra. This is the bonus. They just added on.
But like, I mean, the hardware is there. It can be done. It's just more of a thing for me. Like, I get it. I just wish. I get it. Maybe it's because it was built off the architecture of the previous generation, so maybe that's the limitation.
Yeah.
But like, they can do it, so why wouldn't you?
I think they're probably working on it.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you've got to pick at the minute.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just saying I would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the console's really great. I think it's the muscle memory stuff's fucking me up though. Like the way they were doing like the shortcuts for like the controller and stuff. Like, no, I used to hold in, it would bring up like your options, like fucking turn up controller, turn off, and put in standby stuff mode and all that there. you do that now, it just brings you out to like the main menu. Where back in the day, you just tap it and bring you out to like the main
I
menu.
never got used to doing that. I always fucking held it in. It was like, I'm always doing the wrong one.
And I got used to it, and then now it's like you tap it, and then it brings up like the shutdown menus and stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you hold it in to bring yourself back to the menu. It's like, why did they reverse this?
Yeah.
Why did they like after 7 years? Why did you reverse this control scheme?
Maybe that's like it's what they wanted to do originally, and they fucked up. And they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry, we'll fix it with the next one." And then they forgot. It's like, "Oh shit, it's 8 years ago." People
Yeah.
will be like, "What? What are you doing?"
I imagine it's really grim for like the Japanese community because apparently games in Japan have now started to shift to use X as confirm instead of circle. And
so
they're
people
now
are like accidentally quitting out of stuff. Or
yeah,
something?
so now that like that, apparently this is like really fucking with Japanese players because they are just undoing all of like Japan's standardized control scheme.
Right.
To be more like Western. I imagine Japan's just like, what the fuck have you just done, you mad bastards?
Trying to play their games with 2 chopsticks. Like, come on, for fuck's sake!
Whoa.
Chopsticks are great crack though. I just can't use them very well.
RTX stuff offers a specific pipeline, so not using it. They're hitting a fragment shader, the light calculations. So they switch to RT, they'll probably get a performance boost. Looks better, runs better.
Words about game dev that I know nothing about.
I understand where it's coming from because like the only thing is RDNA2 instead of like Nvidia's stuff, and there is like Nvidia are really good about their AI super sampling, which allows them to change up the frame rates and texture kind of correction through AI, which AMD doesn't have them quite yet. So Nvidia is really good about like kind of going, okay, this texture looks a little bit dodgy. We'll have AI to make it look nicer.
Yeah.
And when scaling up from like maybe a 1080 image or like a 1440p image to 4K, and you know, so that it, but it's not in the. Sadly, those run off RDNA2 is good as an architecture, like the software and the fucking hardware's good so
not
far, but
good enough.
But Nvidia has had the head start on that race when it comes to developing AI to help support the hardware.
James, we should start using just Nvidia shaders to do all our work for us. Just like, here, you shade my game.
It's like,
we're gonna do nothing.
It's like
doing nothing.
DLSS 2.0 upskills for me, big dog.
Yo, big dog. And then I don't have to do any work. That'll be great.
I sadly I'm that bitch who like that bitch who like just like will sit there like when I'm working and have videos in the background just explain this shit to me, so even on like a rudimentary level I understand it.
I just have videos of people playing fucking Demon Souls on.
I don't know why, but I kind of love technology at this minute to the point where I just want to know more. Even if I don't fully understand it, and it's more like it's like extreme sort of like levels, like maybe James would in relation to coding and stuff. I just want to know enough to know like, okay, I'll never understand to that extent, but at least I'll understand.
You want to know why? Yeah, okay,
I
that makes
know
sense.
why this is the case. You know, not necessarily hard, necessarily intricacies.
As a game dev, I should probably bone up on that stuff myself. Like, but that stuff's like light years away from the shit that we're kind of dealing with. So it's fine.
Fair.
I'll worry about it later on. Right? Should we?
But you have to love him and leave.
Should we make like Egypt and wrap up? You know, because the mummies.
Oh, here I like that there. I'm late to the stream, but hey, dude. Jake, we're just about to wrap up. Like
Literally just said that we were about to leave.
He didn't know, dude. He didn't know.
God's sake,
but hey, Jake, we keep him well because you're looking well.
You're not looking disturbed. You're looking good. So.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna wrap up the podcast though. We gotta love him leaving.
We've got to leave. We've got to leave and then go love each other.
Oh yes.
Which is what
we're going to be back. We're going to be back next week though. We're always back on Saturday from 8 o'clock on the Player vs. Player podcast here on the channel. But we would ask guys if you have enjoyed the stream, and if you've missed the start of this here, the start of this podcast, maybe you should check out the YouTube channel link below the player. Hit that subscribe button and you'll be able to check out the VODs of our previous streams exclusively on YouTube. So if you've missed some of the segments, or maybe you've missed an episode in general, you want to catch up, check out the YouTube below the player. We're on the push for 100 subs. There's no monetary benefit to this here. We just want a fucking custom URL.
Yeah, it's just easier for a little tiny URL.
You just give us a there. We have fixed the audio.
Look at this bitch coming at us with this shade.
I did not know I was under a tree because I've got shade all over me right now.
Can't see the sun.
Can't see the sun.
Shade.
Under the tree of woe right now. The my shade he's casting.
I feel like some kind of Greek myth where I'm just being shouted at by my parents or something.
Yeah,
because it's throwing shade at me. I don't know. Yeah, fuck.
feel like that was tailored toward me. Not necessarily, but just me in general. But we do want people to hit the subscribe button to the Player vs. Player podcast.
Yeah, fucking subscribe.
YouTube channel, guys. Again, if it gets us to 100 subs, we can get that. It's more about getting that URL fucking sourced.
Yeah, because I don't want to keep hitting on like YouTube /XY
garbledy
Y36G curly brackets question mark XGA RTYV.
It's so weird that they've locked like a custom URL behind that like weird arbitrary
it's strange like
fucking number, but they have.
Yeah. Well, I suppose
Sadly.
like, would you really want like YouTube / big sweaty titties?
I mean, but but people who get to 100 subs anyway are going to be able to do that anyway. It's still going to need a moderation team to root that out. You've not really solved the problem with that.
That's true.
You know?
That is very true. Apparently Tom's on his way, so we've got to keep booze going. I have one beer left.
You have one beer left. That's fine. If
One
he's on his
solitary
way,
beer.
he's literally more welcome to come down. Having no problem with that there.
He's old. We're all old. It's fine.
So, but yeah, guys, we're gonna have to love yous and leave yous, guys. I'll be back tomorrow though for solo streaming action. We're playing some more Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Good
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
I won't be. I've got work to do.
Sadly, he's got work to do.
I have to go have a business chat.
Nice.
That makes it sound like I'm going some kind of weird drug deal. I'm
yeah,
not.
it does make it sound like you're about to.
I'm going. I have to go talk to Birdie tomorrow
That's good though. That's a good conversation to have though.
about stuff.
Well, I'm sure
about
you're looking
our-
forward to that there.
About our drug dealings.
Nice.
I mean,
nice.
about our game dev.
I've actually decided to get crackhead energy, and specifically, I'm going to purposely take hard drugs regularly now.
Cool. So you're going to just start doing a wee bit of crack for the stream?
I mean, like every drug you can think of.
And not like the Irish crack. You mean actually like...
I am going to get crackhead energy
Cool.
firsthand.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that.
So I'm going to be all for that. Like I plan on getting crazy.
Sounds expensive though.
It might be, but the way I think of it is like, well, Hunter S. Thompson didn't get his name out there from being
That's true.
liberal things, you know.
Yeah. People didn't like him because he was a good writer. They liked him because he was on drugs.
Yep, exactly. And I feel like people would like me better if I was on drugs. That's the literally the decision I've
I like
come
you
to.
plenty enough now, but I would like to see you on drugs, so I'm all for this. Let's do it.
This is what you need. This is what you need. A friend.
Let's get
Someone
you
who's
some
going
drugs.
Someone's going to encourage your poor endeavors. But guys, yes, if you enjoyed the podcast, obviously hit that follow button. Make sure your notifications on so you don't miss out on the live stream as it goes live. But we're going to have to love you. We're going to have to leave you, and we'll see you. Well, if we're really lucky, we'll see you soon. Have a good one.
What I hit?
But the one that says end.
All right. Which one's that?
It's the one at the very, very left hand side.
Ugh. Did I do it?
You did it. You did it. How proud of yourself, do you feel?
Really proud.
Really proud?
Proud. No, not proud of. What are you proud of?
Proud of the friends I lost along the way.
Oh my god.
When I lost him,
I
killed him.
Oh my god.
I killed him with
What?
fucking butcher's knives made of sausages.
Friendship. You killed him with friendship.
I did not kill him with friendship. I didn't kill people with friendship.
Yes, you can.
This is not anime.
Yes, you can.
But you can absolutely kill people with friendship. I can't kill anyone with friendship.
What if you're like a big man, and then
Right, you're friends with like a tiny woman. Right.
you just keep hugging them?
Keep hugging them. You're saying that I just have to try and... You're just saying that I have to try and kill someone by the whole means.
When did you start smoking cigarettes?
I don't know.
What's happening?
Oh my god. What's going on here?
Are you alright?
I've lost my voice. I'm not Ned. Ned Gilbert. Reggie. Ned, oh, this is my new name after I killed all those people with my sausage sword.
Your sausage sword. Nice. This is starting to sound like